It's exhibition race time here for Vigilante Racing League. Welcome one and all to this wonderful Wednesday night action here at Michigan. And boy, oh boy, do we have one heck of a brawl, one heck of a battle here for you guys. It's the old school versus the new guard as we get ready to get things started up for the next season. This is the first real race that these guys have been all in together, battling it out, trying to claim, man, who is the best around. And we're gonna have to find that one out here later tonight. But first, let's get things started off with the national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And welcome back. As always, these Vigilante Racing League races are proudly sponsored by D&D RaceGrafix. Absolutely eye-catching paint jobs over there. That's done by Mr. Ricky Wittenberg. You can go ahead and get in contact with him either on Facebook or on Trading Paints to get yourself a good customized paint scheme here for all of these sim racing vehicles, especially the ones with flat sides like dirt late models, just about anything. So be sure to go and reach out to him because all of his are absolutely fantastic looking, as well as his real life business of Keller Williams of Johnson City, Tennessee. Give Ricky a call at 423-444-0454 if you're in that Johnson City, Tennessee area or across the country and you're looking to buy or sell your house. He can get you in contact with a realtor in your area and get that process underway, because this housing market is absolutely bananas insane. So don't do it alone. Get yourself a good quality realtor today. I'm Alan Brown, and I do not own multiple cat strollers, but I am joined by my good friend Mr. Alan English as we're here for some exhibition racing. Alan?
Yeah, man, 2 mile track. Michigan's always a blast. Every time these guys come here, it doesn't matter if they're in trucks, Xfinity cars. We've seen them bring it all here, and every time it's great racing. They always produce great racing here. They're not just racing each other here; they're racing the track. This track is big like a super speedway, but it's also technical. You're going to have to monitor your tire wear and make sure you don't burn them up too quick. They're going to have 3 fast repairs tonight, so if they do kind of start having a little contact out there and get into trouble, they're going to have plenty of time to get that truck fixed. 80% fuel in these machines tonight, and a tire set limit of 4. That includes the one that's on the truck now, so they're going to have 3 full tire changes available. And this is a 250-mile race, so you're going to have to kind of think long and hard about when they want to accomplish those tire changes. But overall, it's going to be a fun race, and some guys are going to win some money tonight.
That indeed, as down there on pit road, Not racing here tonight is Mr. Greg Klein. Greg filling in for Adam here once again. And a lot of new names in here in a large field, Greg. This should be a really interesting race.
This should be a lot of fun. Thank you guys for having me again. I kind of wish I was racing, but since I'm out of town, this works just fine. Looking forward to racing with these guys this season. So this is going to be kind of a learning experience for me, looking at how these drivers race and how they handle their vehicles. I think one of the things about Michigan I like the most is so wide. There are multiple grooves to try to get around people, so it's not just a follow the leader track. You can go low, you can go high, you can go middle. A lot of good ways to pass on this track. I'm looking forward to this race. This should be exciting.
Yes, sirree. As we take a look at that race info, you can see here this very nice and wide track here at Michigan, aiding in these guys' attempt to reach top speeds available. But weather-wise, they're looking very, very good. Not too hot, not too cold. Things should be just right there. But bringing it down to that key to the race, and man, you better know your enemy. From last season, you might not wanted to work together with someone on one of those other teams, but tonight you're going to be working together, trying to get around those new guys here tonight.
Well, it's all exhibition, right? I mean, yeah, some guys are probably going to work with some teammates out here, maybe some. Draft is somewhat important here, but mainly you're out there to take care of yourself, try to pick up a stage win or two, and maybe win the thing overall at the end of this deal, lap 125. So, yeah, everybody out for theirself tonight, win some money.
Yeah, win some money and learn the other competitors, especially the new guys, and see how they're gonna race. It's really all about the learning experience tonight and making the money.
Yes, sir, indeed. As these drivers head on out for qualifying here, you'll be able to tell a good chunk of these new guys' names by seeing the R at the end of it. Otherwise, if it's a name you probably don't remember, then there's a good chance they might be new. But we do have some people coming back after a hiatus. We got Trevor Robertson joining us once again. Same thing with Josh Oxendine. We look forward to seeing the Oxen Army back out here tonight, as these guys continue to try to jump up that leaderboard here. Jeremiah Burke launching himself up onto that top spot right now, just jumping. No, here comes Kelly Keel with a blistering lap time.
Yeah, the YouTube chat already starting to fill up. Albert Anderson's pop out there saying, let's go, Albert. Dustin Wade's pulling for the 68. James Beavers pulling for Albert Anderson out there. Crazy Mom 305's pulling for Jonah out there. Let's see. Crazy Mom also says Ari, Jazil, and Lucas says hi, and GL. What else we got here? Earl Evans says, let's do this. He's going to try to make us proud out there today, running the AAA Broadcasting paint job out there, the number 13 sponsored but not really sponsored machine. Thank you, Wilbo, for joining us as well. Roger Pierce is out there. Kathy. Let's see. Roger Pierce pulling for Ox and Trevor. Kathy Anderson, of course, pulling for Albert. And Ballsack says Jonah on top tonight. So we'll see about that. Let's see where Jonah Long can finish right there in that 5 machine.
Well, that we will, as these guys get ready to jump on down into pit lane here to get this grid all wound on up. Let's start it off here with that 01 of Kelly Keel. He's going to, oh, excuse me, that is still kind of showing up, but 01 Kelly Keel, he's going to end up on that pole position with the 753. Jeremiah Burke up there in second. So we got Old Guard right up there in the front row, followed by the 48 of Jack the Ripper Dixon. You got newcomer John Gallagher in that 1-2-3 machine starting here in fourth, with the 37 of Dustin Really starting in fifth. In sixth, we have that returning Josh Oxendine in the 63 machine with the 25 of Todd Smith starting here in seventh. In eighth, we've got Robert Chipman driving the 58 machine, and in ninth, the 51 of Mike Adamson. Rounding that rounding out tonight's starting top 10 is going to be the 76 of Jeff Ottinger.
Number 18 of Andrew Player is going to be starting right there in row 6 on the inside. On the outside will be the 68 of Dustin Wade. Mike Sabanovsky in the 34 will be starting in 13th place with Dustin Eaton to his outside. Row number 8 is going to be the 13 of Earl Evans and the 99 of Chris Zofeld. Row 9 is going to be the 64 of Trevor Robertson. Welcome back, Trevor. And the 10 of Andrew Cawthon. Rounding out your top 20 and making up row number 10, the 82 of Michael Everidge and the 1 of David Fight.
Starting 21st, going to be the number 4 car of Deion Jones. The 74 of Robert Jordan on his outside. George Rincon is starting in the 23rd position. Jonathan Wiley, one of the new kids, is going to be 24th. David Kelly is going to be 25th in the 49 truck. The 8 of Tony Polk in 26th. Jonah Long in 27th in the number 5 truck. Jeffrey Johnson in the 66 is starting 28th. Timothy Pope in the 728 is starting 29th. Albert Anderson, America's driver, is starting in the 30th position tonight in the number 2 truck.
55 of Ricky Wittenberg starting in 31st place tonight. 32nd will be the 22 of Matt Beamer. The 6 of Austin Reeves will start 33rd, and 34th is Dave the Mouth Mayberry in the 29 truck. Russ Kilgore in the 7, starting at 35th. 36th will be Charlie Herkus in the 83, and rounding out your field tonight, Russ Endicott in the 57.
And a big field it is, 37 trucks, man. We haven't seen this in quite a while, but we absolutely love it as this field goes on out and tries to join and pace around behind that pace truck as we get ready to go green flag racing here from Michigan. Like we said, we're going to have stage racing here tonight. So the first stage is going to be completed lap 25, I believe, when they take to lap 25. I'm sorry, getting distracted here. And from there on, we'll basically 25 lap stages up until the final lap of 125. And like you said, we do have green-white checkers possible here for that final stage, so we cannot wait to see what this race is going to unfold. But first, as that pace truck makes his way on down into pit lane, we get ready to go green flag racing here with Kelly Keel, Jeremiah Burke, side by side, winding those engines up. Green flag is waving. Away we go down into turns 1 and 2. Watch as this massive mob of trucks makes its way on down into those turns. You can see that 1, 2, 3 of John Gallagher trying to make up some moves on that outside lane. He's got to try to maybe pick up a little bit of draft behind that 01 as the 753 got just a little bit better of a restart there.
Yeah, so far pretty tame. Hadn't seen much of any contact out there yet. Guys are getting those tires warmed up still. There's not a lot of grip out there yet for them.
Yeah, it takes 2 or 3 laps to get these tires up to temperature before you can really be confident and race with it. And then it's usually about 10 more laps before they start falling off a little bit. So first part of this race, got to be kind of careful.
Side by side by side they go. We got the 48 of Jack the Ripper Dixon trying to move up the inside of that 123 right now as we got some beating and banging throughout this field. You got Trevor Robertson in that 64 trying to move up. He's already up a couple spots. Oh, there goes Jeremiah Burke. He goes way down onto the apron. He's going to have problems trying to get back. Looks like he's found some space there as the field try to kind of moseys on its way around him up on that kind of middle line, but it's going to be 5 wide behind him.
Jeremiah Burke, I guarantee you he did that because he didn't like what was going on up front. And he said, man, this is a long race. I'm going to go ahead and ride in the back for a minute.
Man, look at this 3-wide action going on around Robert Jordan. You got Jeremiah Burke, Jonah Long, David Fight, David Kelly in there as well. I think I see the 4 of Deion Jones in that mix as well, too. So these guys, man, they're knowing that they got to make up some ground here early.
Shell Baboon and Edith Anderson are here pulling for Albert. Chachi, wish you were out here, buddy. Saying everybody, good luck, everybody, keep the shiny side up. Tab Buzz 6 says Team Tang. And of course, Derek Welch has got to call something bogus because that's his thing now. Thank you for joining us, Derek.
I think these guys are ramping the aggression up because they know at lap 25 there's money on the line for winning the
That's
stage.
right.
So they're going to be aggressive from the very beginning of this race.
Yeah, and you know, this is Aldo. Beating and banging action there right behind Kelly Keel. John Gallagher and Todd Smith make some contact, trade a little bit of paint. Able to keep it straight, though. But, you know, this might be a 2-mile long track, but these guys are hauling butt around it, doing almost 200 miles an hour here as Jack the Ripper Dixon puts in some lead laps right now.
76 just got up in the wall a little bit back there. Lost a little speed, but kept it straight.
These kind of speeds, you do not want to have any damage to these trucks aerodynamically. You're going to lose a ton of time.
Chachi letting us know he's not in tonight because his computer's still down. Can't find a drive to boot to. He don't know what's going on with it. Sorry to hear that, man. That's a pain in the butt. We got technical stuff going on.
That indeed, as the 14 of Dustin Eaton, one of the newcomers here tonight. He's tucked in behind a pretty good driver there, the 37 of Dustin Really, as they try to continue to make up ground. Looks like these guys up at the front kind of realizing that they might need tires later on in this run. They're kind of single-filed out here, being pretty patient, but it also looks like that kind of middle to high line, whether there's traffic there or not, is kind of where they want to be.
Oh, there we go. There's your contact.
There's your wreck.
Wait for it to happen. No caution here.
Got
25 of Todd Smith. Let's see who the other truck was.
Yeah, he goes for a absolute wild ride there as contact was made. We also had someone jump in their truck there on the infield grass, but we remain green flag racing here tonight with the 01 of Kelly Keel making a charge up here on the 48. Looks like he's going to be able to steal that spot right back away from Jack the Ripper Dixon. You got Robert Chipman now in that 58. He's working hard to get up in there. He's right now up into that top 5, as well as the 68 of Dustin Wade, another one of these newcomers. He's up into 7th, up 5 spots right now.
Thanks, Jason Kraft, for joining us. Jason Kraft, Aviation and Sim, saying, let's go, Albert. Got to go flying with Jason Kraft one time. I didn't know he did flight sim. I just got mine updated.
It's a good big mover so far as Jonah Long. He's up 12 spots from the start of the race, so he's getting up there, getting towards the front.
Yes, sir.
I can't wait for the regular season to start back up here. I'm sure we're going to have some excitement going on as we got a great car count once again for this league.
Well, I can't wait either because I'll be on the track instead of up here talking to you guys.
Yeah, sure.
And side-by-side racing action here, going on to lap number 9 with Jack the Ripper and Kelly Keel all side by side. We've got a line of traffic behind them like John Gallagher, Josh Oxendine, Robert Chipman, and Dustin Wade. Oh boy, so that's a lot of new blood hunting down these old school guys down.
Yeah, Dustin Really's got quite a big chase pack right behind him here as they go down the back stretch. Quite a mixed group there, old guys and new.
Indeed, as things start to heat back on up 2 wide racing here once again. The 123 making a challenge on that 01 of Kelly Keel. They got that 63 of Oxendine sitting right there behind them, just waiting for one of them to make a mistake. Same thing behind them. You got the 68 and the 58 battling hard against each other here as the 18 Andrew Players decides to make a move down low on that 68.
I guess Cody Tarrant was supposed to be in this race. He said over there on YouTube, sucks I missed it tonight, but the new steering wheel and pedals didn't make it in and the old setup just won't work. So sorry we missed you, Cody. We'll catch you on the season opener here in about a week or 2. When is it? 2 weeks?
Next week.
Next week. Okay, my bad.
Next week.
As we got the, excuse me for a second, the 13 of Earl Evans joining us on the driver face cam here tonight, offering free samples of that poly grip to any of the old guys out here tonight. He's working his way up back through this field. It's currently just outside that top 15, but he's got a big angry field of traffic there behind him.
Now that's another thing for all the new guys. If they didn't know, if they've got a webcam, we'll definitely put a driver cam up for them during the race. It was fun to watch these guys. Some of them sit up close to the wheel. Some of them look real intense. Some of them are real laid back. Some of them race with a helmet on, with gloves on. We've seen it all.
Man, look at that.
Earl was eating pizza on his cam the other day.
Beer dispensing helmets, yeah, that's what we need.
That 2 of Albert Anderson making up 12 spots to crack up inside that top 20 right now in 18th. Splitting these guys 2 wide, 3 wide, whatever wide, it doesn't matter. He's going to try to make it work as Jack the Ripper Dixon continues to try to put lead laps down here. A little change in position order. The 123 does leapfrog over that 01 of Kelly Keel as the 58 now trying to make a move down low on that 01.
123, one of your new guys, John Gallagher, out there running some pretty quick laps, holding on that second spot.
Man, watching this gets me really excited for the new season. I'm ready to race for real. It's fun to watch this exhibition, but I want to be down here and mix it up with these guys.
Yep, won't be long. One short week.
I will have to get my beer drinking helmet on.
What kind of changes you guys looking at for the upcoming season? I know there's going to be a playoff system involved. They went back to the trucks from Xfinity cars for the upcoming season. I know there's going to be some stage racing introduced. What are you kind of looking forward to, Greg, as a driver?
Yeah, stage racing is always fun because it's kind of like a re-rack every so often. Kind of get to start back over again, get everybody bunched up, which is a lot of fun, easier to pass that way. I think the other changes are going to go to iRacing cautions for a little bit. We're going to try that out, see how that works. But I think the playoffs, the stage racing is going to make it a little bit more interesting for a lot of people.
Dan, look at this 99 of Chris Zofeld. He's been making some moves on that low line in that Tide car, or I should say Tide truck. He's working on that 28 of George Rincon right now. We know George, he's one of those guys who's pretty even steady. Look for him to make some moves here later on towards the ends of these runs. As here comes the 51, Mike Adamson with the green car. Oh, contact with 01 of Kelly Keel and the 123. Both drivers able to somehow manage to squiggle that one back together, but everybody behind him scrambling as we got slow trucks in the track.
How was that not a huge wreck?
They saved it. I mean, that was a great save there. Kelly Keel immediately came over the radio and said, "Hey, man, sorry about that. I think I messed up there."
Now see his traditional scheme, the 64 of Trevor Robertson driving the Gorilla Glue machine here tonight, continues to fight his way on back up through. Doing a pretty good job of that. Same thing with that 82 of Mike Everidge. But take a look at that 5 of Jonah Long. Man, oh man, up 17 spots and cracking this top 10.
Yeah, Everidge had his hands full right there with the 5. And they were kind of trying to do a little side drafting off of each other and crowding each other and stuff. And able to keep it clean, but you could tell the aggression was starting to get there.
Yeah, it does, as here we go with Mike Adamson and Jack the Ripper Dixon fighting each other here for the top spot. We're inside of 10 laps to go in this stage now, and it looks like that 51 machine's just going to sneak. Oh, crossover move coming from the 48, looking right back on down. He shoves the door closed on the 18 of Andrew Player.
Chachi getting an opportunity to get a little intelligence gathering done tonight since he can't race and his computer's kaput. I think that's why he's watching tonight, is what he's saying on YouTube there. Kathy's saying, "Let's go, Albert. Keep going up there." Derek Welch says if you do stage racing, it's going to mean more cautions and more aggressive drivers out there on the track. See here next week's first race is Wednesday.
Some people say that's more excitement. We'll have to see what happens.
Might be clocking a little overtime.
Hey, you ain't kidding. As look at the charge that the 63 of Oxendine's having here. He's trying to get back around the 18 of Andrew Player, but that's not going to happen. He drifts out wide just a little bit. The 68 of Dustin Wade has a pretty good run here. He's going to maybe take a look at the inside of that 63.
Only a few laps to go here. They're going to give $20 to the first place old school guy and the lead new blood drivers. Well, right now that's Mike Adamson and Andrew Player.
And as things kind of calm down up here at the front, another thing we haven't seen is Timothy Pope. He's back there in 25th, trying to work his way back on up through this field. He kind of joined a little late in Timothy Pope faction, and he's got some work to do here tonight.
Yeah, but he'll be up the front by the end of it. He's just too good a driver to stay back in the back.
Yeah, we also got that 22 machine of Matt Beamer up 13 spots, trying to claw his way through this field. He's kind of stuck behind Robert Jordan and Mike Sabanowski right now, and as those guys are too wide, he's just waiting for somebody to make a mistake, as Chris Zofield making a move here once again, trying to stay down low, keep around that 64 of Robertson. We also got the 68 of Dustin Wade trying to make some moves here on the 01 of Kelly Keel.
Eric Welch saying, more excitement and more drama. Turner's going to love that with the stage race. Someone say, yeah, that's exactly what I thought.
Yeah, there's going to be fighting there.
Love that.
Turner will be giddy.
As maybe tires starting to come into play here now, as Andrew Player in that 18 looking down low on that 48. He's just going to be able to sneak that spot, but the 48 can do a little bit of a crossover here if he gets a good exit. Doesn't look like he will go for it, though.
See, if I'm Player right now, I'm going to hold what I got. I mean, I'm racing the 63 behind me is what I'm doing. But I guess in Player's mind, he says, well, as many trucks as I can put between myself and Ox back there, the better. That may be what he's thinking here.
As they make their way down and across the line onto lap 23 out of 125. Only a few laps remain here before the stage break. You got Robert Chipman back here in the 58 making some moves on that 01 of Kelly Keel, trying to creep up that leaderboard here late. Same thing with Dustin Eaton and Jonah Long continuing to make that massive climb up is the 5 machine of Long.
Valley Odinson joining us over there on YouTube saying these trucks need to be hauling some dirt or something. Yeah, that's what I used to think when they first started that Craftsman truck series back in the late 90s. I thought, why not make it interesting? Put some bags of Sackcrete and some 2x4s sticking out the back with, tied down with twine with one of them little red flags on the back. That'd be kind of cool. You got to keep all your cargo if you want to score any points, too.
And here
10-second penalty for every piece that falls off.
As the 123 was looking very strong at the start, now a lap down. I think he got some big damage from the incident earlier on, as I believe this is the yellow and a white flag lap as these guys come back around to go across the line. Mike Adamson leading Andrew Player and Jack the Ripper Dixon heading down into the front stretch here, and comes down and across the line. Let's see exactly when that caution is going to wave. It could be also at the end of this lap, so these guys are still racing it on out.
I think it's going to be at the start of lap 25, I think is the way the rules were written. It doesn't say completion. Oh, yellow flag's out. Anyway, Kelly Keel spun down to the inside wall there. I guess that's going to be your stage right there. Yep.
Let's go ahead and take a look what happened here with Kelly. Having some issues. Oh, he got turned.
Yeah, Jonah came on the radio right after that and apologized. So
Let's see what happened. Jonah trying to figure out his way around that 37. Also staying in the draft, just getting that bumper hooked. Thankfully, the 01 didn't hit anything, just a little spin out there, down onto the apron. So his truck does not have any damage. But that brings us to Mike Adamson and Andrew Player, your stage winners here tonight.
Yeah, $20 a piece those guys walked away with so far. See if they can win any more money in the future stages here. Yeah, Race Control came over and said, you know, that was ended on that naturally thrown caution right there by iRacing instead of a stage flag. So they will end the stage right there. That caution came out.
But I think we did learn, too, it's going to be the end of lap 25, the end of lap 50.
Okay, good deal.
I think that's when they're called. Well, we're going to throw the caution in.
Excellent.
Which does kind of make the most amount of sense here as we watch these guys come on down into pit lane for their first round of pit stops here tonight. We're going to see these guys come on in and see who maybe leapfrogs a few positions with a aggressive pit strategy. Oh, as it looks like Jonah Long missing his pit box. He's going to have to go back around and come down a second time.
That's going to hurt.
Well, another thing we need to tell the folks here is that caution laps do not count against the total length of the race. So as long as these guys are under caution, it's like your old school race at your local short track. It doesn't count the caution laps when they're doing a dirt race.
Oh, no, caution laps do count.
I think they changed that to caution laps do count. So.
All right, well, another change to the change.
Well, they changed that. Like they just told you that didn't count just to make you seem a little less smart than the rest of us.
Caution laps do count. I read it wrong. That's my bad. I'm sorry, folks.
Hey, I guess
reading's hard. I mean, come on.
I guess you need cheaters to read bold type now, huh?
I'm getting there, man. I'm really, really getting there.
Well, while we wait for the field to do the field kind of things, let's talk to tonight's first stage winners here. Let us, excuse me, bring up that machine 51 of Mike Adamson. Joining us here in the booth, Mike winning stage number 1 here for the old guard. Looking pretty racy up there. We had quite a few of those new guys up there as well.
Absolutely, thank you. Yeah, that was a little bit of work out there. I'm just out here trying to have some fun, meet these guys, and just have fun with it. That's what it's about.
Good luck, man. It's gonna be a long night for you guys out there. 250 miles. So I hope you got a Gatorade bottle or something there ready.
Oh no, I'm good to go. We tucked off to the bathroom in plenty enough time, but definitely go Team Limitless and go OGs.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck here in this next stage. I know as we're been kind of watching, does the tire wear at the ends of these things? Because 25 laps is a pretty good toll on these things coming into a factor.
It's a little bit of a factor, but you just got to manage it. You know, I really wasn't pushing too terribly hard there, but I was saving just a little bit.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck and get back down there with your team and have fun on this next stage.
Absolutely. Thank you, guys.
So that was the official stage winner, Mike Adamson. If we end up getting another caution here, we'll talk to the 18 of Andrew Player, but the lights on that pace truck are off. We get ready to go back to green flag racing here. Mike Adamson, Andrew Player, Jack the Ripper Dixon, Josh Oxendine, and Dustin Wade all up in there in that top 5. We got Dustin Eaton, Trevor Robertson, George Rincon, Mike Everidge, and Albert Anderson, who clawed his way up through this field, restarting all inside this top 10. Green flag is out and waving side by side. Racing we go down and across the line. Ooh, people having to do some maneuvers back there towards the back end of the field as maybe a little bit of a checkup happened.
Yeah, and I did see one truck was black flagged at the beginning of that. I think that was for a pit road penalty. I think that was Gallagher. Yeah, John Gallagher in the 123. He'll be in posted black flag.
As the 28. George Rincon, he's having a battle here with the 68 of Dustin Wade, side by side that they go almost 3 wide in front of them there with the 63 and the 48. The 14 looking very racy here, trying to throw his name into the hat.
This is a big field, but there hasn't been really any issues, just that one caution at end of the stage there. These guys are racing pretty respectful, and seems like most of the time giving each other room.
Looks like everybody took 4 tires back there too, so everybody getting them warmed back up out there, and should be good to go now. They should be up to a good grippy temp.
And
You got to figure. You got to start thinking though, which pit stop are they gonna maybe do a little strategy, and maybe save a set of tires for the end.
It's gonna be interesting to see. As we ride here with the 2 of Albert Anderson, you can just see the mob of traffic up there in front of them as the 18 and the 63 find their way around that 51 of Mike Adamson. But you also kind of heard it. He was taking his time, being careful on those tires, so be on the lookout for him to maybe make a late charge, as we got a big wreck going on towards the tail end of this field.
Yeah, all down the back stretch there. Just saw trucks spinning down towards the inside wall. 29 of Dave the Mouth Mayberry with some heavy damage on his rear bumper. Tailgate's caved in there.
See, big contact there with the 6 of Austin Reeves. He gets into a couple trucks there. Let's go ahead and head on up to our chopper camera and get a good replay of that. Hard contact there. Oh man. Looks like Charlie Herkis made it out there. Ethan Johnson with some of that heavy contact as well. But yeah, the Mouth Mayberry getting involved in it, as well as I think Todd Smith felt some beating and banging of that action as well.
That inside contact, when you hit it, hit the inside wall with your nose like that, that is never good. That's definitely going to be a fast repair. His engine is not going to be right after doing that.
You do know this is my fault, right? Because I mentioned they were racing real good. We didn't have any cautions and yeah. Cautions. It's a broadcaster curse. This is on me, guys.
Blame it on Greg.
That we can most definitely do. As now I gotta really do some scrolling because I don't know who's on what team anymore. Okay, so he's just sitting in that racer driver meeting channel. We'll talk to the new school stage winner, Andrew Player, here while we're under caution. Let's go ahead and pull that 18 machine on up here into the booth. Andrew, you got a copy?
Hey, I got you.
All right, man. Well, you got the win here for the new school in that first stage, coming up just short behind that 51 of Mike Adamson for the official stage win. But it looks like you guys are going to be pretty racy here tonight. We got a lot of new guys in here. We got a lot of old guys up here kind of filtering on through this kind of field in this top 10. So I think this is going to turn into a pretty good battle here tonight.
Yeah, there's a lot of good close racing up here. I got to say, this is first official race in the league. Actually, maybe not official race, but first time on a broadcast with you folks. And I tell you what, I'm having a blast. It's a great group of guys, good racing, and looking forward to a fun night.
Well, good luck, man. We're happy that you're here, and look forward to seeing you racing this season. How long have you been doing iRacing?
I've been on iRacing about 10 years now. I've been sim racing for just about 25. I stem back to the days of NASCAR racing by Papyrus. I've been around for a while.
Oh, same with me. And I think, Greg, you did some of that too, didn't you?
I've only been about 6 years. I never did the old stuff, but I've been
did
here
old
about 6
online
years.
leagues.
Yeah.
Awesome, man. Yeah, go ahead.
Don't let Dave the Mouth Mayberry bully you. That's the only advice I've got for you tonight.
He already apologized in one of the practice races, says he's just having a good fun time out here, so looking forward to racing with him.
Awesome, man. Well, it looks like you're going to lead the charge here once when we get back going to Green Flag Racing, so we'll let you go and get ready to get this party started again.
Thank you. Hopefully we'll talk to you later on with the McConey Setup Shop in Victory Lane.
And he's got $20 of beer money in his pocket now.
That
winning
he
that
does.
state.
That he does as we get stacked back up behind the pace truck here. Lights are off. Josh Oxendine in the 63 is going to be restarting on the outside with Jack the Ripper Dixon and Mike Adamson side by side behind those guys. Chris Zofield, Dusty Eaton, or Dustin, not Dusty, Dustin Eaton, excuse me, in that 14 machine, going to be starting in 6th. You got 58 of Robert Chipman up there. Dustin Wade still up there. George Rincon, never sleep on that 28 machine. He's up there as well as Matt Beamer. So we got a pretty good mix of new guys and old guys up here in the mix for this battle. And, you know, this is some of the strongest racing we've also seen from Jack Dixon here as well.
That's right, man. And I'm glad he went back to that old school paint. I like that Flex Seal deal, but I'm glad you mentioned Dustin Wade, because Dustin Wade mentioned on YouTube, he says, I love hearing my name on the broadcast, so we got to say Dustin Wade as much as we can out here tonight. Thank you so much for joining us, guys. Team Anderson's out there in force tonight, too.
That indeed, as the pace truck peels off down into pit lane here, getting ready to go back to green flag racing. About 15 laps to go in this stage as these guys go rumbling and bumbling down across the line. Green flag racing. Oh, we got a wreck in the back of the field.
Oh, there's the caution. I don't even think everybody made it across the start-finish line there before we got that caution.
Well, not quite. Looks like Austin Reeves had a little bit of an issue there on that restart. Let's go ahead and kind of take a look to see what happened here. Try to find a better camera. Oh, there was just mayhem all around him there. Things just didn't seem quite set. As Trevor Robertson got absolutely mauled by the one machine, and he ends up shooting up down into the 6. The 123 goes for another ride down through the grass, as well as that one of David Fight getting some heavy contact there.
I'll take the blame for the first caution, not this one. My broadcaster curse is already over with. I've had mine.
Looked like netcode between the 6 and the what's that truck moving up the track there? They didn't even touch.
Yeah,
The 6 looked like it jumped up in the air and everything.
Yeah, and you know, that was also, I think, a cause of just how many trucks we have on track at the moment. I mean, we got 37 trucks running here tonight. John Gallagher, unfortunately, he would have been getting a lap back here, but because he went and got an incident point going down through the grass, he ends up not getting that lap back here. He's going to be staying stuck a lap down, as Oxendine really got the best of that restart there. He's going to be able to jump up to the lead of this thing and get control of this restart. But how about let's talk about that 22 of Matt Beamer here, up 23 spots in 9th right now. He's getting that yellow kind of, I don't know what you want to call it, but that yellow truck here up running pretty good.
Yeah, he looks like he might be one of the strong contenders coming into the new season of VRL. Have these guys already picked teams and stuff already, Greg, or are guys still looking for drivers?
As far as I know, some teams are picked. I don't think all of them were picked yet, so I'm sure there's still some team spots to be had out there. And I'm sure the team owners right now are looking at these drivers, trying to figure out who they want to recruit for their teams, get ready for this season.
Okay, I finally see where Matt Beamer is. I'm not showing a number on that truck, so I was kind of confused. I'm like, where the heck is he?
Yeah, he used that invisible ink to put his numbers on there. Maybe you got to do a blue light or something.
He had clear coat in the gun when he shot the paint.
It's the painted as the 2 right now, but the 66 of Ethan Johnson, back there in 30th right now. He's down a couple spots, just trying to maybe fight his way back on through this field. He's got a lot of work left to do. Same thing with that 25 of Todd Smith. He's down 20 spots down there in 27th. He's got a bunch of work to do as well.
Yeah, it looks like they're scoring John Gallagher 2 laps down. So he's the only truck that's that's not on the lead lap now. He's going to need a couple of cautions that he doesn't get an incident point in so he can get some wave rounds here. Cody Tarrant says, let's go Zofeld in the 99 and Sobanovsky in the 34. Hashtag SimSec Esports. Watch for these guys next season. Every Wednesday night, they're going to be on VRL.
That we do, and just a reminder to all y'all that you guys, you the fans, are the reason why we love doing these broadcasts. So be sure to keep those comments up and coming. We normally do some form of fan of the race, but we're not doing one here tonight. But either way, we appreciate y'all's commitment to these drivers and hanging out, and we love seeing those comments. Keep them on coming.
Yeah, and I don't know if we're officially going to have any kind of fan of the race prizes or anything next season. We'll keep you posted on that, but we'll definitely recognize our great fans out there, just to give them some bragging rights. I mean, let's see. Dustin Wade says, Team Orangutan.
He's going to climb you like a spider monkey. As we got the 63 of Josh Oxendine watching that pace truck peel on down into pit road. And here we go. Green flag racing once again, side by side. They go down and across the line and into turns 1 and 2, still side by side, as both drivers get a pretty solid start here. Looks like the 18 gonna tuck down into line behind that 63 as we go 3 wide racing behind them.
Leave it to Brown to pull out the Talladega Nights right off the bat there. That was a good job.
Man, look at this 3 wide action going on. Oh, big run by the 68. He had to do some avoidance maneuvers there. Dustin Wade, he had a huge run and had a big checkup.
Whoa.
As they're going to be 3 wide in front of him here. You got the 37, the 74, and the 58 side by side coming down across the line and into turns 1 and 2.
Annalie Tovar says, Team Tang, baby. Yeah, there's some 3 wide action going on out there, and it's getting kind of crowded right there. Dustin really in the 37 on the bottom 3 wide. Who is that? That's the Limitless 253 of Burke. Who's in the 14 truck? Is that one of our new guys out there? 14, Dustin Eaton. You guys are mixing it up out there, man.
Man, there is absolutely no sense of giving up here as all these drivers smell blood in the water trying to climb back up this leaderboard. Same thing with that 728 of Timothy Pope. Oh, as he goes down onto the apron, we're going to have a big wreck.
Yeah, we got a wreck.
Oh, no, the 7... Oh, man, the 7 having a great season. Russ Kilgore getting all knotted up here, getting involved in that.
I'm beginning to think my broadcaster curse is extra strong tonight because that first stage we really didn't have any. Now we're getting a lot of cautions.
Dark side strong with you.
Yeah, apparently.
As it stands right now, well, we're going to have a shootout here, aren't we? We're going to have several caution laps, and then once we get it restarted, we're going to have what do you think, maybe about a 4-lap shootout? 5-lap shootout?
Maybe about 5 laps.
5-lap shootout. Joshua Oxendine right now, if he can hold on to the lead in front of Andrew Player here, he'll be one of our Stage 2 winners. Jack Dixon holding it down for the old guard. He's in 3rd position right now with Andrew Player, one of the last stage winners right there in the middle. That's your top 3 right now.
Yeah, and, you know, Albert Anderson getting some heavy damage there. He's going to have to come down pit road, fix that engine on up with a fast repair. But that all started with Timothy Pope. He just got super loose in the middle of that corner. He was able to save it, but everybody kind of had to check up, and we had absolute chaos going on as these guys tried to figure their way around that kind of incident. But while we are under caution here right now, let's talk to the proud sponsor over here at Vigilante Racing League. Let's talk to Mr. Ricky Wittenberg here. As I get everything all pulled up, the 55 machine of Ricky Wittenberg up 14 spots on the day in 17th right now, Ricky. Man, it's gotten a little ugly here lately, but that first run went pretty well, green flag. Do you think just the anticipation and excitement of what this race is turning out to be is starting to kind of pop its head out a little bit?
Yeah, I don't think people know how to be very patient. It's called the Fall Brawl, though, so that's kind of what I expected. I've been just hanging around trying not to crash and saving tires because we're down on tires this race. So I'm probably, with all these caution laps, not going to change tires this run either. So it'll be interesting to see who's got tires at the end of the race.
We were kind of trying to guess which caution these guys were going to skip getting a set of tires. So talk a little bit about this upcoming season and the changes that are coming to VRL, as I got a damn freight train behind me, and what you're looking forward to this season.
There's a lot of new blood coming into the league, so thought this would be a fun race to get everybody acclimated with each other. Oxendine's back, Ted Robertson's back from the first season, so the Goodweiser team got a lot stronger. When it's not freaking Halloween season, I guess I'll have my the Paul brothers back with Cult of Chaos, and I've got Gary Godso coming in. Next week will probably be crazy. We're probably going to have 43 trucks out here, so it's going to be a little bit different this year, boys. I think the gloves will be off, and with the stage racing, I don't think that it's going to be boring.
Well, man, good luck here tonight. Still got some ground to be making on up, but you got plenty of time to do it. So good luck here, Ricky, and enjoy the end of the stage.
Yeah, I'll try to. Just gotta dodge all the carnage.
What were you gonna say there, Greg? I know you're trying to jump in there for a second.
I'm old. I don't remember now. I've got the attention span of a goldfish anymore. So.
Well, we got to say thanks again, once again, to Ricky for all he does for this league, his sponsorship through D&D RaceGrafix, and Pam and Ricky Wittenberg of Keller Williams Realty in Johnson City, Tennessee. They do so much for this league financially, and good to see Ricky back after what did he do? Smoke his last steering wheel, and he finally got a good replacement.
I think he was just due for a replacement, and it took him a while to A, get it in, and then B, get it all set back on up as this field follows the lights off on the pace truck, getting ready to go back to green flag racing. And like you said, Mr. English, I think this is going to be like a 5-lap shootout here coming down to finish this stage with Oxendine and Player side by side, Zofeld and Dixon side by side. As here we go, green flag racing once again here from Michigan. Side by side, down and across the line. Great start there from the 63 machine. He's going to get a big push from the 48, trying to leapfrog that 18. The 99 is going to slide down to that bottom lane, trying to make up a few spots here late in this stage. You also have that 753, Jeremiah Burke, trying to sneak his way up as we're 3 wide up here at the front. Still side by side as the 48 drifts up the track just a little bit, avoids contact with that 18, but we're still 3 wide as here comes that 753 of Jeremiah Burke with a head-on charge.
Yeah, he had a great move, moving down from that middle lane with a big run, passing cars on the inside as oh no, Dustin really got turned. 48 went around, big wreck.
Oh, and that's causing a big wreck. 55, Ricky Wittenberg, almost gathered it back on up together. Curse of the broadcaster there. He slams that outside wall hard.
Big time.
Oh, man.
Yeah, that was on us, I guess.
That was a wreck that just kept on wrecking here. Let's go back and see kind of what happened. We're going to have to start this thing like basically back in the middle of turns 3 and 4 as let's go ahead and
started with the 37, I believe, Dustin really.
He was getting just a little loose, and then the 48 kind of finished him off. 48 still not stable, gets up, bounces around. Oh man, heavy contact between a bunch of people there as well. We got parked trucks there. Austin Reeves makes a dive down into the grass, trying to avoid everything. David fight. But yeah, Jack the Ripper Dixon really getting a good brunt of that as he tried to save it going down through the grass. Oh no, he just ends up snagging, I believe that was the 22 machine coming down back across his nose. I got a feeling somebody has a pretty good view of this. Let's go ahead and go to the nose camera of the 64 Trevor Robertson as this happens all in front of him as he bobs and weaves, trucks wrecking all around him as the carnage gets left out behind his back window there.
Check and see what you're seeing. I'm on delay. I'm sorry.
I feel like that wreck took a little longer than normal to come together. It was a slow moving wreck, and it took a while for it to actually happen. It's kind of weird to me.
Yeah, I do see Ricky Wittenberg spraying for mosquitoes out there. He's definitely got a blown motor. Well, it might be time for a little, well, let's see. You already started the Talladega Nights references. Carl Anderson says, shake and bake. About the shake and bake. Edith Anderson has a question out there. She's always got some good questions for us. She says, are the trucks or the Xfinity cars from last season the favorite of the drivers? Well, they were throwing that around about what to do for the upcoming season. They put a driver poll out there on Facebook for all the drivers to participate in, what they wanted to do, just to get some feedback from the drivers. And the admins decided we're going to go back to trucks, at least for this season, and see how it works out. I guess, it's about split half and half, I guess, Edith, if that answers your questions. About half the guys kind of wanted to stay with Xfinity cars, about half of them wanted to go back to the trucks. So both of them provide great racing. Greg, you speak a little bit more on the differences kind of, and what to expect.
To me, the Xfinity car is probably one of the hardest stock cars to drive on here because it's high horsepower, low downforce, and man, I really love the Xfinity car.
Yeah.
Just because of the difficulty. The truck's a little less horsepower, a little more downforce, a little more drag, a little bit easier to drive. They're both great vehicles to race with. I prefer the Xfinity because of the difficulty level. Trucks, man, I love those too. So, trucks this season, we'll see if we'll go back to Xfinity later, but I think it's going to be a great season either way.
Well, Chachi out there chiming in says he ain't racing tonight in the 81 machine like he usually is. He says for him, the trucks are more fun, but yeah, he says the Xfinity car is a little bit harder to drive, more of a challenge.
Yeah, it's definitely more challenging, which that's what I love about it.
Indeed, as we're basically going to have a green-white checker finish here for the stage number 2. 63 of Ox and the 18 of Player still side by side. Excuse me, the 99 of Zofeld and 753 Jeremiah Burke. Jeremiah is the highest placing old school guy here right now. He's got some ground to try to make up here as green flag waves here once again, side by side. They make their way down into turns 1 and 2. 99 drifting up the track, maybe taking up a little bit of the space that the 753 wanted to start making use of. He's going to slide down. It's going to be 3 wide as the 58 Robert Shipman tries to make some moves here. Oh, it's a no! 63 of Oxendine goes for a wild ride down onto the apron. That's going to bring out the caution, and I got a feeling they might call it at the stage at the end of this one.
See what the admins say on the radio. They may call that the stage end. Yep, that's confirmed. So there you go, Alan. We got Josh Oxendine. No, wait a minute. Just reordered it because I crossed the finish line. Looks like Jeremiah Burke and Andrew Player again. going to be your first and second place.
The 99 just caught that quarter panel of the 63 and sent that 63 on a wild ride. Avoided hitting that inside wall, but it was enough to bring out that caution. Was it? Are they calling it Andrew Player, or is it going to Chris Sofeld? Because I'm having Chris scored as the lead car here.
I'm using the iRacing results screen, sorting the R column. I've got Burke in first, Player in second. Where are they at on the track here? Yeah, that's how they're lining up too.
But I'm just saying because I got Zofield out in front of them, or Zofeld, excuse me, as they make their way down onto pit lane here at the end of stage number 2. Everybody coming on down, getting their pit stops done.
There you go. So thank you, Jess Vault, for clearing that up on the radio. Because Zofel was involved in the incident, they're going to give the stage win to Jeremiah Burke and Andrew Player.
Hey, there we go. Andrew Player racking up the beer money here tonight. I hope he's old enough to drink, as picking up another stage win for this kind of new school crowd of people, the new guard. As, ooh, look at this wad coming off a pit lane. Goodness gracious, got to be careful there.
Now, it could be beer money or root beer money. So either way, it's good to go.
That it is. As we get things all back under pacing here. Had quite a few people not even come on down into the pits. Dustin Wade, Russ Kilgore, Russ Endicott, David Fight, Jack the Ripper Dixon, and Timothy Pope all staying on out there on the racetrack. But in the meantime, let's go ahead and talk with the stage winner for the old school guys, 753 of Jeremiah Burke. Goodness gracious. Let's move him on up as we got the man in the desert, the 753 Jeremiah Burke, picking up that stage win for the old driver crew. Man, oh man, Jeremiah, you're working your tail off to make up each and every single one of these positions that you've been having to fight through.
Yeah, that was crazy. I took it to the back there to try to save some tires on that first stage, and I really didn't think I was going to make it all the way back up to the lead on that second stage on 50-lap old tires, but hey, I'll take it. Take the stage win for Limitless. Thanks to Ricky Wittenberg for this awesome new paint this year. Mike's wife for coming up with the new slogan, and I'm fired up. I'm ready to go this year. This is gonna be fun.
What is the new slogan? And also, what a great couple of moves you made from the inside down, or from the middle down to that inside lane to pass a couple of trucks there with a couple left to go in that stage.
Oh yeah, it was this thing's firing off real good on cold tires, so I matted it and I just went where they weren't. Got a little sketchy a couple times, but made it through. It's just can't be scared. You gotta take it with these guys, because if you get strung out, there's no going back.
Well, man, congrats on the stage win here tonight. Things are going to get going here once again, so go ahead, fight your way back on up into that top 10, and hopefully we'll maybe see you again later on.
Thank you, guys. Looking forward to talking to you in Victory Lane. I'll see you later.
Well, that's some confidence right there, huh?
Confidence.
With the Phoenix fan?
Yeah, he is not lacking in that confidence.
Now, as Dustin Wade in the 68 is going to lead the charge here, with Russ Kilgore in that 7 machine coming back from his incident, starting here in second. Green flag is out. Stage 3 now underway. Side by side they go down across the line and into turns 1 and 2. That Rod Baker Ford of the 7 of Kilgore looking very strong on that far outside lane. He might want to drift on down just a little bit. I think he doesn't want to be that far up, but again, he could be saving tires, as we heard some of these guys. Oh, as we
another crash.
Oh, the 99 going for a ride.
Oh, about 15 cars involved in this.
boy.
And counting.
They're still going.
Oh, the 13 gets involved in it. You got the 99, you got the 10. 2 Albert Anderson just stopped. That's all he did. He just stopped. He saw what was happening in front of him there, and he did not want to have any part of that one. As absolute mayhem breaks on loose here.
What happened? The 99 bounced off the wall and then came back down in traffic? I didn't see what happened there. Chris Zofeld been up front quite a bit. I don't understand what happened.
It looked like somebody got turned up there. I can't tell you which truck was what, but it looked like one of them got turned and right in the middle of the field, and it just collected everyone.
Roger Pierce saying over on YouTube, I really love this new update of Wreckfest. That's kind of what it's looking like tonight.
Oh,
lots of
that was
wrecking.
that was netcode. Oh, that's what's.
Was it a netcode thing?
So the 99 was a little loose coming off of the turn. He was able to kind of manage to get it back together. He was coming down with some pretty good force. Oh man, but there was a solid couple feet of space still left there. Man, oh man,
that may have been a wreck anyway, even if it wasn't for the netcode.
I do agree. Oh man, just everybody getting tangled on up into this as everybody just piles into each other. Just really not a lot of space to get checked up there. Let's go ahead and take a view from Ricky Wittenberg's perspective here. He was able to slice and dice his way through. As you see, trucks everywhere, carnage all over the place. Oh, there's that contact. Bob Weave, the 4's there. 51 is tied up. Oh man. It's like one of those fight nights in hockey. Everybody found a partner and got involved in it.
Them good old school bar fights where people are swinging pool cues. Kathy says, good looking out, Albert. That pace car is really getting a workout tonight. Good. Roger Pierce kind of upset about the decisions from the results of that last caution, saying, man, he thinks Oxidine deserved that stage. It's unfortunate he got hooked. He was... I was sure he was going to win that stage. Really unfortunate that happened to him. I know he's glad to be back, and Ox Nation's ready to be out there supporting him, and I understand the disappointment.
As just kind of scrolling through our field. I got so many names to scroll through here now, it's not even funny. Seeing who.
Earl Evans, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Go for it.
I was going to say Earl Evans saying other people ARCA braking killed me out there. We saw a lot of that on that last caution. People not slowing down, trying to pass some trucks, make some position as the caution came out, and just get on the brakes, get on the binders, get that thing slowed up. That's how them wrecks just seem to last forever. Sometimes you just can't do anything. You can't slow down in time, but I think it was a case there were some guys trying to pick up some positions by not braking.
And so, all right, well, no interviews on this go around, but we'll talk about the 7 in the 257. Russ Kilgore and Russell Endicott, the Russes, both up 33 and 34 spots. Holy smokes.
Wow.
And that's part of that strategy back there, trying to make up some, some of that ground, as they had a pretty aggressive pit stop call there. They did pit on lap 46. I think they'll be good on fuel, but like Ricky said, just trying to make these tires last for 50 odd laps or so, it's going to be a challenge for these guys.
Yeah, Dustin Wade's going to be controlling this restart when they come back around. Leading this thing right now, that 68 truck. Well, let's see. He's got to get to lap 75 if Dustin Wade wants to pick up $20 prize. He's going to have to right now, really, he's just racing Dustin Eaton. Battle of the Dustins right now. Dustin Eaton currently in 8th place. As long as Dustin Wade stays in front of him, for right now, he'll be the top rookie driver, and he'll get that $20.
Right, as looks like we're gonna be taking one more lap around here. Things just not quite set for the liking of the admins here, so we're gonna try to get that that thing right back on around.
Yeah, Valley Odinson saying, "Welcome to iPacing." That's what it's looking like right now. These guys keep mixing it up, keep wrecking. Pace cars get some mileage put on it tonight. The dealership's not going to take that demo car back. Let's see. Chachi says he looks like he could have a lot of fun out here tonight. Yeah, Valley, hardcore drinking games. Roger Pierce saying Ox Nation is pretty strong. They're cracking Busch lattes for every lap he leads. Well, they're slamming some beers then.
Yeah, you are not kidding as these drivers make their way through turns 3 and 4. Lights on that pace truck are off once again. Getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. For a Dion Jones still sitting there in the pits. He's been in there for a good chunk of time. I wonder if he had to have some tow time and all that kind of stuff. It all really adds up as the 68 and the 7 lead the charge here down and across the line. Green flag is waving. Racing we go again down into turns 1 and 2. The 68 getting a really good jump on that restart. Able to trickle right on out in front of the 7. The 7's actually got a little bit of room now. He can pick and choose which lane he wants to run into. 48 of Jack the Ripper Dixon having a very solid night here. He's having a good battle with the 257 of Russ Endicott. Oh, as Russ Endicott gets a little loose coming off of the turn. Able to keep it together, though.
And Lee Tovar saying Wade's going to be eating dust.
As they go 2 wide, 3 wide racing up here at the front. The 68, the 48, and the 7 trying to figure out who wants to lead this thing here tonight. You got Jeremiah Burke still fighting his way back on up. Russ Endicott still hanging around pretty strong up there. Dustin Eaton staying strong as well. 64 Trevor Robertson quietly sneaking his way up through this field. Same thing with that 29 Hot Rod Dave the Mouth Mayberry fighting his way through some of this traffic.
He's the only guy I know that deserves 2 nicknames. He's earned them both. I mean, Dave Mayberry out there. Hot Rod Dave the Mouth Mayberry.
I don't think he's shy.
No, not one bit, as they still stay side by side down through turns 1 and 2 here on lap number 60. Still fighting, beating, and banging. Oh, there goes Timothy Pope for a ride. He's able to keep it off the wall, but that is going to bring out the caution here once again.
That was a bad push.
Yeah, Dustin Wade came over the radio apologizing to somebody.
I think that's what it was, a little bump draft action as the 68 not square on that bumper, and whoop-de-doo, there goes the 728 of Timothy Pope. Able to keep it off the wall, though, so other than maybe losing a little bit of rubber on those tires, he's going to be A-okay to continue racing.
Well, look, John Gallagher might finally get a lap back here. Both his laps back here eventually. He wasn't involved in that, and he's being scored the first truck 1 lap down. So finally getting back on the lead lap, hopefully here for John Gallagher. 123.
That indeed. So we're here under pacing right now. Let's talk to let's go to one of the new guys here. Let's kind of scroll through where somebody is sitting pretty good. Let's is the 22 machine in the Discord? Let us see. 22 Ahmet Beamer. Yes, he is. He is in RAR. Oh well, he's actually coming on down into the pit. So let's not distract him here.
Yeah.
We've talked to Andrew Player. How about the 58 of Robert Chipman? Let's talk to him here. Hey, Robert, it's the guys in the booth. You got a copy?
Robert Chipman is the guys up in the broadcast booth. You got us?
Nope, I guess not. All right.
Radio issues there.
That's okay. We can try the 25 of Todd Smith here. Let's try Mr. Todd Smith. You got a copy here, buddy?
Todd Smith, it's the guys up at the broadcast booth. You got us, man?
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, man, driving that 25 pretty good here, staying up inside that top 10. We've seen a lot of beating and banging action here throughout the first couple stages. Now here in stage number 3, how's the tires looking? How's the strategy looking for you guys?
Hey, I was just talking about the tires. Man, the front tires right now are not feeling that good. I was trying to get a run there in that green and get a pass on the inside there, and had a little bit of a wreck, but it's been pretty fun. I've avoided 2 pretty big wrecks and somehow made it through with no damage, so it's been exciting here in this driver's seat.
Well, have you skipped getting tires on any of these pit stops? I seen you got 4 on the last stop, but have you skipped any at all just to kind of save a set towards the end? Because you guys only got 3 extra sets.
I think I probably should have skipped it, but I got tires because they're pretty important. And early on, I kind of fell back and had some damage, so it was a rough start. I hope to end out on top and turn things around. So we'll see how it goes here.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck here at the rest of this stage. Looks like we're gonna have call it about 11 laps left remaining here for this one, and look forward to maybe seeing you make some moves, fight your way up to the top.
Thanks, guys.
Let's hope he was in that race drivers channel. I think he was. As we get ready to get things back stacked up and ready to go, 753 Jeremiah Burke. He's going to be starting on the outside of that 68 machine of Dustin Wade. You got the 7 of Kilgore and the 14 of Eaton sitting right there behind him, as well as the 48 and the 257 Russ Endicott and Jack the Ripper Dixon, with Trevor Robertson, Dave Hot Rod Mayberry, Todd Smith, and Robert Chipman all inside this top 10 as that pace truck makes its way on down to the pit lane once again. Get ready to go back to green flag racing. And here we go, side by side. Green flag is out. Great start here for both drivers up at the front. Both Wade and Burke able to make their moves on down into turns 1 and 2. Just absolutely flying here, setting a pretty good pace with everybody hungry and waiting behind them. Still side by side as they exit turn number 1 and 2.
Getting kind of close contact there. The 01 of Killy Kill. He's got the 99 on the inside and the 37 of really on the outside. Nobody really wanting to give up any ground there. Almost had contact between the 01 and the 37. When you start getting that close, you're tempting the old netcode gods there.
Indeed, as they continue. Oh, the 82 getting a little loose. I think the 99 may have shut the door on him there unintentionally, sending him way up into towards the outside wall. Able to keep it off of it though, so we remain green flag racing here with Jeremiah Burke out in front of that 68 and the 7, as they still got 2 wide racing going on behind them with Eaton and Smith and Dixon and Robertson. Everybody.
Oh, Big Red. Mike Everidge is involved in that too. 76, 55 again, wrecked out. 82, Mike Everidge. As you just mentioned, him in the 99, kind of going round and round there. Didn't see how it started. I saw how it ended.
Albert Anderson tried, as all that contact made its way up to him, tried to avoid it. Let's see kind of what happened here. Who do you think it kind of started with?
Looked like the 82 was the first truck I saw spinning.
Oh, he and the 28 get all tangled up. Oh, no. The 9 gets involved in it as well. Ricky Wittenberg getting tied up in it. The 76 getting tied up in it.
Wittenberg's on about his second engine already, I believe.
And we saw there the 2 of Albert Anderson. He did as best as he could to slice and dice his way through as everybody was drifting up the track. He did pretty good. Problem was there was a car way down on the apron that he may not have seen, so he did get a little bit of contact there, but able to keep running is that 2 machine.
Now, Greg, you just saw that on the replay there between Rincon and Everidge. I mean, obviously not intentional, but who do you put that on? I mean, one guy's coming down, one guy's kind of holding his ground there. I don't know that you really need to point a finger at it, but I'm asking you too. Whose fault was that?
Man, it's hard to tell. I really don't want to point too many fingers. I got to race these guys next week. I don't want to spend my time broadcasting, upsetting people that are going to wreck me next week. So I'm going to call it a racing incident. I'm going to go the calm, safe route that way. It was a racing incident, nobody at fault.
Well, the guys are on the same team. I mean, they're both on Team Goodweiser. I mean, you can't say, that it was one team against another there. So
I mean, it was 3 wide racing. And things happen when you go 3 wide. So that's kind of where I'm going with it.
Okay, you're Switzerland. I got you.
Either way, as we're under pacing right now, let's go ahead and talk to one of the OG crew here. Let's talk to the 29 of Hot Rod, the Mouth, Dave Mayberry. Man, we're going to need to get you a longer title bar because I don't think all that's going to start fitting here. But either way, you're having a pretty good run here, up 25 spots inside this top 10. You're fighting it out here with the big boys.
Yeah, the first stage I did not take tires. I was kind of saving to keep it for the end. And starting 9th here on the restart. So on the bottom, it's a good place to start. So trying to hit this stage and win it at 75.
Well, hey, Dave, we've been warning some of the new guys on here not to put up with any of your bullying tactics and stuff. And they all laughed it off. They said, no, man, he seems like a really fun guy. You're already making friends out there, I see.
Yeah, there's been a lot of back and forth today on our Discord. Just a lot of fun, joking around. There's a lot of good drivers in here now, man. We got a full field, a lot of good guys. It's going to be a good season.
Well, that's the other thing to talk about here tonight is, man, I know you've had some pretty good fields here in Vigilante before, but we're talking 35 plus trucks here. That's taking up a lot of space and making the moves just all that much harder to try to manipulate here, huh?
Oh yeah, and our first race is at Daytona. That's going to be pretty rough.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
Yeah. We got a lot of new teams this year, a lot of new drivers. It's going to be a good season. Looking forward to it.
Awesome, man. Well, it looks like everything's getting stacked back up here, ready to go back to green flag racing. So good luck the remainder of this run, and who knows, maybe we'll see you at the end of this one.
I hope so. Take care, guys.
Send that Vigilante Force driver on down. Back to his Discord channel. As we're going to have Jeremiah Burke and Dustin Wade getting ready to go back to green flag racing here on lap 70. And we're racing until the completion of lap 75, or if a caution comes out, that would prevent the end of the stage here. So we will see what happens as that pace truck makes that move on down into pit lane and getting ready to go back to green flag racing here. Side by side, they rev these engines on up. We got somebody trying to make some moves on that far outside line, crossing that line. Man, I don't think the field was up and running for that 22 machine of Matt Beamer, as he was making moves early here. 7:53, Jeremiah Burke taking a quick, commanding jump out to the front. You got Russ Kilgore right there behind him. Russ trying to pick up a win here in this stage.
Three wide action here. Oxendine in the middle. He's got Kelly Kill on the outside, or on the inside, I mean, and he's got one of the Russes out. Russ Endicott out there on the outside.
Oh, boy, it's the 257 gets on down close to that 63 machine. 63 having some flashbacks of earlier on in this race, able to keep it off of each other, though, as we continue to run. Oh, the 34 gets up into some traffic as well. Mike Sobanovsky, he is able to keep it clean and clear as we continue to put green flag laps down here at Michigan. 7:53, Jeremiah Burke with a car length out in front of Dustin Wade. Dustin Eaton trying to make his way on up, looking down low, trying to pick up some run here.
Ox is right here behind the 64. It looks like they're doing pretty well here together. See if they can't maybe work together, maybe try to get through this field. They got their hands full right now with that Flex Seal machine, the 48 Jack the Ripper Dixon.
Ooh, Dustin really locking up the brakes. He had to kind of check up, maybe running a little hot into the corner. He's lost a few positions from that to Andrew Player and Robert Chipman there as well. Now he's got the 99 of Chris Zofeld sitting right there behind him. As we continue to tick laps away, you got Trevor Robertson fighting and dodging and banging his way up through this field. You also have that 25 of Todd Smith fighting his way on up through the field here.
I wish iRacing would fix this. It looks like the left side tires are sunk down to the rim.
Ooh, as the
yellow's out.
Yellow flag comes out. John Gallagher going for a wild ride.
He had just gotten a lap.
Oh, he got hooked all over that bumper. I think that was of Timothy Pope, and he goes for a wild ride.
Gallagher just got that lap back, and now he's taking a little ride off the course there.
Excuse me, that was the 4 of Dion Jones.
Was it Dion Jones?
It was Dion Jones. Just bumper's not being quite square here. I think he was trying to squeeze his way down to get around some of that traffic in front of him here, but not quite able to do it.
He did apologize on the radio just now. Dion Jones apologizing. Didn't mean to do that.
Well, I will say, Jeremiah Burke, though, he got kind of lucky with that caution, as he had some traffic up on the inside of him here that was maybe caused a few issues. Just waiting on word from the admins if that will end up with the stage.
Did you catch that, Greg? He was talking while Brown was talking. I didn't catch it.
I didn't catch all of it, but I do believe he did say this is in the stage, so. But I didn't catch the other part he was saying.
Maybe he'll repeat it here. I think. Well, let's see. We got Burke and Wade.
Based on everybody coming on down into pit lane, I would say that probably is end of stage. So I would Jeremiah Burke picking up the stage win again with the 68. Dustin Wade, he's getting his name up on that leaderboard here.
Jeremiah lie. He had that confidence earlier. We heard it in his voice there.
Indeed. Looks like Robert Jordan, Ricky Wittenberg, and Poke Salad Tony. Tony Poke staying on out there. And it's a race off of pit road. Peeling on out is that 753 of Jeremiah Burke, followed by Dustin Wade, Dustin Eaton, Todd Smith, and David Keller. We're going to have like 3 or 4 Dustins in here now, man. We're going to have to keep track of that.
Robert Jordan looks like he's going to pick up the lead, I believe, here. That was a fuel-only stop, I believe, for Robert Jordan in the 74.
Oh, he pitted back on lap 67, so this might be...
Oh, he stayed out. Okay,
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
He stayed out, but, you know, it's the same thing like with him and Wittenberg and Poke, Ottinger fight, all staying on out. It looks like Jonathan Wiley may have stayed on out or got Lucky Dog wave around or something like that, but either way, some decisions being made. Looks like the 74, as he's kind of down there on the apron, he might be peeling down into pit road. But let's talk to the stage 3 new driver winner, the 68 of Dustin Wade, part of that Team Tang. Apparently I don't have no permissions there, so I cannot do that.
Hang on, let me try. Oh, I can't do it either. I guess the new teams that were created, we don't have permissions in them. We gotta get that fixed.
Well, we got a week to do it before the season starts, so good thing to learn this tonight.
Yeah, that we do, but
All right.
a name that we're missing here tonight, Jess Vaught, not driving around. I think he's doing the some of the race control here today, making sure things run pretty smooth. But we're going to have Robert Jordan, Ricky Wittenberg out in front. Both drivers up 20, 21, and 30 spots, basically, up here at the front. And boy, oh boy, this one is this one's gonna be pretty crazy here, as things go on along.
Tony Pope still on the same tires he's had since 4 lap 50 there. He's got to be getting close on fuel here before too long.
And that they will, as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here side by side for the final stage. We're racing this one on out to lap 125. Boy, oh boy, this is going to be a long one here as they go side by side on down into turns 1 and 2. 76 of Jeff Ottinger trying to make up some ground on that far outside line. Not having it, though, as here comes Jeremiah Burke with that pit stop here, slicing and dicing. We're going to be 3 wide for the lead up here as they try to figure out. Oh, we're wrecking behind them. The 8 goes for a wild ride.
Tony Poke spinning down across the track. A little bit of a pile up there. The race admin's just announcing on the radio from now on we're going to do a single file restart. Try to cut down on some of this craziness on the restarts here.
Let's go ahead and take a look back and see kind of what caused this whole shenanigans here, all unfolding around that 8 of Poke Salad Tony Poke. He was down low. Oh, he just got knotted up. It wasn't even him. Oh, the 25, and it looks like the 68 getting all snagged up as the 25 was trying to maybe make it 4 wide. He gets all tangled on up, but that 8 just got pinballed around by a lot of those trucks. You got Austin Reeves trying to make it on through there. Andrew Cawthon as well trying to make it on through. I think Andrew was able to get through it pretty clean. Let's go ahead and watch that 10 car. Yep, last second he saw the spinning truck, able to avoid that contact.
Yeah, I'm watching the replay, and that was netcode again. Reared its ugly head.
Excuse me for a second here, guys.
Yeah, go ahead. Chan the man says, sorry he couldn't make it tonight. He had some business to take care of, but he says, go Cult of Chaos and Team Goodweiser. Chan the man out there giving his support to his team guys out there. Also saying, go number 55, go Ricky Wittenberg. Ricky Wittenberg paints some pretty good has some pretty good paints out there on these trucks. I think a lot of time his looks almost like a tie-dye shirt. He's always got like a surfer theme or something kind of going on with him. Can't miss him, that's for sure. It's probably the brightest truck out there on the track. Neon yellow and green or something to that effect week after week.
Yeah, you can't say you didn't see him there when you hit it.
That's right.
You lose that excuse real quick.
That's it. The only truck visible from space of Ricky Wittenberg. Well, Greg, what are you looking forward to the most this season? I mean, I know you talked about racing around a bunch of new guys, and what tracks coming up are you looking for? I think y'all are doing. Are y'all doing Twin Ring?
I think so. Honestly, I have not memorized the schedule yet.
I haven't either, and I might be getting it mixed up with the schedule for another league.
You guys need more than one, so I'm going to look at it right now. I've got it pulled up here, so.
Go check it out.
I know the one I'm not looking forward to the most is we're going to COTA, Circuit of the Americas. I like road course racing. I do not like that track.
Well, you've been to that track in real life, have you not?
Yeah, the last 2 years NASCAR's been there. I've actually went for that weekend, but I just have not figured out how to drive it right. The one I'm probably looking forward to the most is Pocono. That's one of my all-time favorite tracks. I know most people don't appreciate it the way I do, but I like Pocono, Rockingham, Watkins Glen coming up. There's quite a few that I'm really looking forward to.
Yeah, the thing about COTA, too, is you have all those elevation changes, and some of them are not in the best spot to be turning. You can say the same thing about Mid-Ohio. Well, at least I do. That track dogs me every time I try to turn, and I'm at the top of a hill. The suspension just unloads, and you have no grip.
Yeah, that's one of the toughest tracks for stock cars. It's perplexing even to me. And like I said, I like road course racing. But I mean, it's a good schedule this season. I'm looking forward to most of these tracks. Like I said, that one is probably the only one I really don't like. But I'm doing some practice on it now, so hopefully get it figured out in time. You know, I've got till the 26th of October, so I've got time to get that one worked out.
Hey, sorry about that. Had a real life work.
Go ahead.
Real life work call there that I had to take care of, but here we go, getting ready to go back to Green Flag Racing. Single file restart here, led by that 55 Ricky Wittenberg. If anything, that's going to help those guys that have the older rubber out there with these single file restarts, not having to push it so hard here as they come down and across the line. Green Flag Racing here once again from Michigan. Jeremiah Burke not wasting any time. He's going to look up the inside of that 74 of Robert Jordan with the 76 in tow behind him. We got 3 wide behind him still as these guys try to figure out who's going to have the tires, who's going to have the run here in this final stage of this race.
Chachi said he's looking forward to COTA and Pocono also. He says he has them check marked as well.
Yeah, but he doesn't have COTA check marked for the same reason I do.
I think he's looking forward to it. Chachi, let us know, man. What do you think about COTA? Are you ready to go on that thing or what? Get that computer fixed, huh?
I mean, I'm ready to watch the professionals race it again, but I don't know about racing it myself yet. We've got a lot of work to do on that one.
Now we got that 37 of Dustin really fighting 3 wide here again with the 1 of David Fight. You also got that 5 of Jonah Long trying to make up some ground here as these guys continue to fight and battle in this kind of mid-pack trying to pick up every single spot that they can. As up at the front, Robert Jordan loses that battle to Jeremiah Burke, and he's now having to deal with the 0-1 of Kelly Keel.
99 of Zofeld moving up. Here comes the 51 as well. Several trucks going by the 68 of Dustin Wade on the outside there. Going to his inside, I should say. Making that pass.
Speaking of making the pass, you have Josh Oxendine in that 63 machine on the fresh rubber, picking up the fastest lap time of the race. Jeremiah Burke makes his way on around Ricky Wittenberg to take the lead, but here comes the 0-1 of Kelly Keel. Kelly on those fresh rubbers hunting down that 753.
Well, to answer your question, Greg, Chachi said he loves COTA. He loves some road courses. He's got COTA marked because he can't wait to race there.
I mean, I love road racing too, just not that track. If you would have swapped that out for Road America, I'd have been giddy myself.
Side by side they go. We got battles going on all throughout this field. We got the 49 of David Kelly. He's got some hungry drivers sitting there behind him. You got, looks like Chris Zofeld and George Rincon, Mike Adam. Oh no, it's a 22 big wreck with Matt Beamer as we got trucks scattering all around.
Hold your brake there, Matt. Let them all go by. He knows what's going on. He knows the field's frozen. Good job there, Beamer, of not making it worse by trying to move that truck while all these trucks are going around you.
Oh, and again, just kind of an innocent bystander here as the real incident happened below him. Oh, just getting tangled up there. Oh, man. It's like that was the 49. The 49 and the 99 getting contact as a 49, maybe trying to squeeze down low, making it 3 wide. And, oh, man, Beamer, he really took a big hit from that one.
He took a couple of shots. He got the initial hit, the hit on the wall, and then got hit by a car still coming around down the track. Yeah, David Kelly, the 49, he was still on the lead lap, too. Not sure what's going to happen here after these pit stops. Probably going to have a couple guys towing here. Charlie Herkus, our first truck to disconnect tonight, the 83. One of our new drivers. He's done for the night. He put it on the trailer and said, "Goodbye, Michigan."
Yes, indeed. Here on lap 86 out of 125. We're racing all the way to the end here as we get ready to start to try to get things all stacked back on up here. Let me see if they did some changes. Nope, they didn't. That's okay, though. We can talk to, let's see, 52 in here. Let's see.
Deion Jones got a penalty for passing under yellow or passing the pace car or something here. He's trying to work it out with race controllers right now, trying to get it cleared.
Yeah, I'm also trying to keep track of who we've talked to here tonight.
Yeah, man, we've talked to a bunch of guys, which is great. I wish we didn't have this many cautions, but it's good to talk to some of these new guys as well as some of the old heads.
Yeah,
So looking at the YouTube chat here, and apparently chat should be happy with Sebring, and I can only imagine how horrible putting a stock car in a Sebring would be.
God, I hate that track.
I love the track with a real car, with a stock car, man. That may be too much even for me.
Roger Pierce saying, let's talk to Oxendine, man. Ox Nation wants to hear from him.
Well, let's do that. How about we
do it?
Part of that team, Goodweiser. Now let us talk to that 63 machine of Mr. Josh Oxendine. Got a copy, buddy?
New number. Who this? What's going on, man?
Well, man, we got some absolute carnage. You got one of the stage wins kind of stolen from you there a little bit, but you're still fighting strong up there in that top 3 right now. Still got just under 40 laps left here to go. I think, are you out of tire sets now? Did you use your final set?
Oh, Lord, no. I still got tires. I can't use them on a caution.
That's what I would say too, even if I had used them all up. But man, we're glad you're back. You've been a crowd favorite, and you've always got a lot of support out there on YouTube. Your buddy Roger out there really pulling for you tonight. So what are you looking forward to this season? I know that you've been out for a while, at least in this league, looking to make a good comeback.
I think you're getting a good preview tonight.
Awesome.
Glad to see Roger Games watching, Jason Babb and all them. I'm dead at home. The whole crowd, you know.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck as this thing gets ready to go back to green.
All right, I'll talk to you after this time.
Green flag racing here once again. Going single file made me lose track of how many laps we had left here. But
me too.
Kelly Keel out in front with Jeremiah Burke in tow. Oxendine there in third. He's got some hungry trucks sitting there behind him, the 76 and the 64, as they're going side by side with the 37. Dustin really fighting his way on up through this field. It looks like single file through a good chunk of this field, though, as people may be using a little bit more patience here. You do have some racing going on behind him, like Robert Jordan here in the 74, trying to make up some ground. He's looking up the inside and gets the pass done there on the 2 of Albert Anderson. He's now got the 34 of Mike Sobanovsky sitting there as well. Jonah Long in that 5. He's starting to make up some ground here again. He's up 3 wide now, fighting with really right there in the middle. Man, oh man, fighting and dodging and banging his way on through, able to sneak on around and get up into a top 4.
Yeah, Jonah's up 23, but so is Dave Mayberry and Russ Kilgore. They're currently running 11th and 12th position right now. And Tim Pope still on the move. He's working his way up slowly, up 14. He's in 15th place.
I think you used the key word there, Mr. Brown, is patience. We haven't seen a ton of that, I don't think, and a little patience here goes a long way to getting green flag runs in and see who can save tires and make passes that way.
Oh, as we're going to be almost 3 wide here for the lead. Oxendine, maybe with a little inspiration after talking with us, makes the move on both Burke and Keel, getting both passes done in the same corner. He's now going to get some lead laps here.
Man alive, it's almost the opposite of the broadcaster curse for Ox tonight.
Jonah Long creaking up into that podium 3rd spot right now. Still plenty of time to be made up, and we did see some of that that patience there. Stage 1 went by pretty much without a hitch. It was kind of towards the end of it that we saw something. But man, everything has heated on up as the 14, Dustin Eaton. Oh, in front of him, he sees the 82 of Everidge and the 7 of Kilgore almost make contact.
George Rincon just set the fastest time of the night, a 39.07. He's out there moving. The track tip is down to 82 degrees, so they're getting a little bit more grip out there right now, I believe.
Side by side they go. The 63 of Ox and the 5 of Long go side by side as they both come up onto that back of the 01 of Kelly Keel as we got a caution.
Out. Wreck. Got a car spinning down there close to the tri-oval.
Oh, Albert Anderson. Oh, just getting his bumper on around the 99. Avoids that corner of the wall there on the inside. So thankfully for him, no damage, just a spinneroonie. But man, oh man, just another one where due to how many trucks we have out here on track, man, it is tight. You got to try to use as much space as you can. But the 99 just making contact with that too and sending them on around.
Yeah, Roger's having to crack a bunch of bush lattes now, getting ready for all these lead laps that Oxendine is about to put down.
Yeah, well, Kelly Keel out there in front with Jonah Long there in second, Ox third, really in fourth, Robertson fifth, Jeremiah Burke in sixth. Chachi thinking Burke might have burnt those right sides up just a little bit. He's got Adamson, Dixon, and Player, as well as Todd Smith, all up inside this top 10. So still a pretty good mix of people from seasons past and new guys showing on up here tonight as we get ready to go.
Well, how does this change stuff when you got this single file restart? I mean, so the field is twice as long now. Yeah, it might kind of help keep guys from side to side wrecking each other, but there's still going to be aggression out there. Guys are still going to be trying to stick their nose in there. Here comes Deion Jones down the pit lane.
I had a few people come on down. Dustin Eaton, Jonah Long, Jonathan Wiley. So yeah, we got a pretty good mix of trucks all coming on down into pit lane, maybe making their final pit stops using those final sets of tires that they've been saving up here as we're, inside of basically 30 laps to go.
Yeah, I'm kind of stopped short of his box and had to restart there and pull forward a few more feet. That's going to cost him a couple positions here, probably. Maybe not. Behind Ricky Whitberg when he came in, he's behind Ricky when he came out, so maybe okay there. Well, guys, what can we expect? The last, man, we still got a long ways. 135, or let's see, 25, 35, 36, 37 laps to go.
Well, we're gonna be coming around to lap 95 here in a second. So,
oh, I'm looking at a lap car. My bad.
So we're gonna have just under 30, I think 29 laps to go once we go back to green flag racing here. If my math serves me right. And you know what? It's going to be interesting to see because now we got a whole bunch of people who topped up on fuel, topped up on tires, like Ricky Wittenberg there with a 10.5 second pit time. I wonder if he took right sides here. I don't know what the two tires are going to feel like as he comes back on down into pit lane.
Well, from personal experience, two tires do not feel good. I have lost races doing two tire stops.
Michigan's one of them tracks, though, but that maybe if you just took right sides, you'd be okay. You're going to be doing better than if you didn't take any, maybe. But not near as good as these guys on 4. I mean, just not even close.
I think Michigan is one of the ones I took two tires and it did not work out well for me.
Yeah, Roger's with you. He says it's pretty loose, depending on your setup, unless you put the left front on the yellow paint in 1 and 3. Says it feels a little bit better that way, but it's like lights are out on the pace truck. A single file once again.
I also remember Indy was another one I lost because I did two tires.
I thought it was just because you sucked. Yeah, I beat you at Indy one time.
Well, I put you in the wall at Indy one time.
Yeah, probably more than once. I think I won that race on pit strategy too when I beat Rob that one night by about a half a bumper. Here comes your pace truck down. Winning's winning though.
Oh yeah, that all counts.
And here we go, green flag racing once again. Kelly Keel out in front, a field of hungry drivers right there behind him, trying to pick up that almighty final race win and win some big chunk of change here tonight.
Wow, already. See, you can start at single file, but these guys are 3 wide going into 1. The 25, the 18, and the 48 with 3 wide going into turn 1.
And the 99 side by side. Oh, the 257 gets up into the wall.
Damn.
Oh no.
123 and the 9 also involved. Austin Reeves and the 6 machine also in that wreck. Russ Endicott coming over the radio, claiming responsibility, said, man, that was all my fault.
It just gets snagged up into that wall, bounces back down across the track. The 9, that 123, and the 6, all getting balled on up. Oh, man, that 257 of Endicott, he has had a rough night here. Same thing with the 6 of Austin Reeves, as he's going to hopefully have another fast repair to get a new engine. The 99 of Chris Zofeld manages to squeak on through, but that 123 of John Gallagher, talk about after getting his lap back, man, he has been an absolute pinball out there, just getting pummeled from every direction.
Ooh, Yahtzee. This has ended up being a long race. Got a few more laps to go still here.
We'll put it on that one. But, coming off of turn 2, that wall just seems to sneak up on you really quick. You're there before you know it. That might have had something to do with that one.
I think you're right, Greg. And to try to answer Valley's comment there, it's 3 fast repairs here tonight. I think during the regular season, I think that gets cut down to 1. So these guys definitely making use of them while they've got them. But we've had a big chunk of trucks come on down into pit lane, all being led by that 01 of Kelly Keel. As let's go ahead and watch this race coming on off of it. Adamson staying out, Todd Smith, Mike Sobanowski staying out. Same thing with Jeremiah Burke, Jonah Long, all the guys that had pitted before. So I think this has been kind of like one of those strategy calls where people questioning whether they wanted to come in a little bit earlier or come in a little bit later. As man, oh man, talk about a great pit stop there. Looks like the 82 Mike Everidge jumping on out in front of everybody there.
There's been enough cautions that you really can pick and choose where you want to make that final pit stop. Just hopefully you save a set of tires for the end here so that you can get some fresh rubber and really make some moves for the try to go for that win.
It's Roger Pierce out there on YouTube land saying, gotta support Ox. He normally spots for me, so it's only right to come in here and cheer on him. Let's go, Ox Nation. Let's crack some lattes. Yes, sir, indeed. As the Oxen Army trying to come on out here strong once again. As that 51 machine of Mike Adamson, he's going to lead this charge off with Todd Smith out behind him. The 34 of Mike Sobanowski, part of, it looks like, team... I don't know if there's a team for him.
I don't know. We really know the teams for everybody yet. So.
Team SimSpec Esports. He thankfully shortened his last name down there for us, as he and Chris Zofeld all on the same team. You also got Jonathan Wiley running around out there. I think Cody Sanderson not racing here tonight, but rooting on his driver down there.
And to answer Valley's question on YouTube there, this is a non-points race. This is just an exhibition race to kind of get the old guys and the new guys together. Race for money, learn everybody's racing style, and just have some fun.
Learn who to avoid in the upcoming season, I think.
Might have something to do with it.
And learn who to work with. Stay away from that Greg Klein guy, though. Golly, watch out.
Yeah. He drives like crap.
He'll spin his own grandma to win a race. Sorry, man. I had to throw you under the bus at least once.
I think I've earned that one, especially with you guys. So,
as we
our fun league, I think I spun you guys more than once.
As we get ready with the lights on the pace truck turned off. Get ready to go back to green flag racing here. 26 laps remaining. And here we go. Mike Adamson already winning a stage here tonight. Trying to win the almighty final stage here as they come across the line. Green flag is waving. Away we go. We got some action going on behind everybody here as people trying to make up some ground on the restarts here early, way in the back, like the 9 of Jonathan Wiley. 74 of Robert Jordan as well, trying to make up some moves. You can see way out there in front of them, you got Timothy Pope trying to make up some ground. He's back there in 22nd right now. He's side by side with the 7 of Kilgore and 28 of George Rincon. George, one of those guys, very clean, as way up in front of them. They're 3 wide as well. You got beating and banging action around Kelly Keel.
Yeah, him and Ox and the 82 of Everidge went 3 wide. They were kind of do-si-doing with a couple other trucks. Ox trying to make another pass on Deion Jones in the 4 machine, that auto owner's insurance truck. Here comes Kelly Keel once again, sticking his nose inside the 63. Looks like the one of David Fight running a couple miles an hour off the pace. They'll take him 3 wide. He'll be the meat in the sandwich.
As we had some trading of paints here, Jeremiah Burke, he got into it with that 25 of Todd Smith here, as they're 3 wide for the lead here. Jeremiah Burke, Todd Smith, and Jonah Long. Jonah on that far bottom line gets up into the 25, gets into the 753, as we're going to have another wreck.
And Ricky just lost another grill and radiator and water pump, gooseneck, power steering pump.
Pair of shorts.
He lost a pair of shorts. He needs some drawers. Oh, man. Where'd that start there, Alan?
That started with 3 wide action up at the front. Just kind of a little bit of a squeeze up there for all 3 of those guys, trying to stay as high as they can. But it looked like Jonah Long just coming up into the 25 just a little bit, sent that 25 up into that 753. Blown engine for him. Ricky Wittenberg goes on through like a pinball through there. Just every truck that goes around ends up getting in contact with him. Looks like, oh no, yep, gets up into him. 34 getting snagged up into it. I think that was 49, David Kelly as well, getting kind of snagged up in it. Just, yeah, carnage all around.
7 trucks with meatball flags. Russ Kilgore, he said he's done for the night. Who else did we lose? I think.
Looks like John Gallagher also disconnected.
Dustin Eaton getting the EOL for that. Valley said, saw that coming. Yeah, you can kind of feel it building there. Looks like the 2 machine is pushing another truck around the track. I don't know if you can see that. Let's see who we got there. 2. I can't get my camera to change.
I can try to see.
It wasn't the 2.
It was not the 2.
It's one that's marked as the 2, but he's not the number 2.
Hey, just scrolling through, I can't pick it up. So
Yeah, sorry.
it's all right. Well, we're gonna have Jonah Long up at the front with the 68 of Dustin Wade and the 22 of Matt Beamer. All 3 newcomers here this season, and then you got Hot Rod Mayberry, Kelly Keel hanging around out there as well. You got Oxendine, Robertson, Really, Pope, and Fight all up inside this top 10. Albert Anderson fighting on back from a few of his issues. He's up there creeping up on that top 10 as well.
And we still got most of the drivers out here racing. Let's see, we started with what, 37 trucks out there on the track? 36, I think.
Yeah,
And we've only got we've only got 3 missing drivers right now. So everybody else is still out there clicking off laps, even if they are a lap or 2 down. Right now, we've got a pretty good battle for the Lucky Dog. We got 4 trucks that are on the same lap here, 1 lap down. They're going to be fighting for that Lucky Dog because, as you guys could probably figure, we ain't done with cautions, I don't believe. We're going to get another Lucky Dog or 2, probably.
I don't think caution is going to end anytime soon. It's going to be the end of the race. That's when the aggression really starts ramping up, and these guys have shown a lot of aggression already.
Well, they'll restart here with what, 19 to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, as we got the lights on that pace truck turned on off. 20 laps remain once when we go back to green flag racing here with Jonah Long, Dustin Wade, and Matt Beamer out in front. We kind of ran through that top 10, but let's go ahead and talk about some notables. Albert Anderson still there inside that top 15. Earl Evans in that not sponsored number 13 machine still inside that top 20. Chris Zofeld, we've seen him up at the front. He's still inside that top 20 right now. He can make some moves still. The 257, Russ Endicott coming on back here. Ricky Wittenberg, man, he has had he's had a pinball of a night. He's back there in 27th. Todd Smith still down there in pit lane. Dustin Newton rejoining the track. But here we go back to green flag racing we go. And here it is. The final 20 laps of this race here tonight.
Here we go. These guys ain't done by a damn sight.
Now you got the 01 and the 37 both working that bottom line, trying to get around some traffic of the 29 of Mayberry and the 22 of Beamer. The 22 of Beamer's got to look down low here as he's picking up a run on the 68 of Dustin Wade, trying to cross his line on up here and cross over. Oh, getting tight. Oh, there goes the 22.
There we go again. Caution's out.
We got a little loose on that one. Stacked everybody up.
Valley's saying AAA is going to be past their bedtime here in a minute. Yeah, I'm
already
I'm
past my
there.
bedtime. I'm old.
I'm there.
Oh, Kelly Keel did all he could to keep that bumper off that quarter panel of the 22, but just not enough. And sends that 22 on down into the grass.
I just heard somebody raise a pretty legitimate question. They said, are we going to make it on time? Because we've got exactly 21 minutes and 40 seconds before the session expires. And we still got damn near 20 laps to go. So that's a maybe.
It's going to be tight.
We might not make it on session time, which I don't think we've ever hit a session time limit in VRL. Looks like we might be doing it tonight. These guys just, they can't stop wrecking tonight, it seems.
Now Dustin really coming on down into pit lane here another time. But I think just about everybody, they're done pit stop wise here as we're closing in on the final 15 laps. Just a sidebar, the actor Tom Hardy secretly enters and wins jiu-jitsu competition. Just a fun little fact.
Did he really?
He did.
Huh.
So
interesting. You know, George Strait used to do the same thing with like team roping and stuff. He would just use a different name. He would use a pseudonym, but he would get in there and compete in the rodeo.
Didn't like
but he won, huh?
Yeah, he won.
Hardy won that thing?
He won, but didn't like Kevin Bacon enter in one of those and lose? Like a look-alike contest and lost?
I don't know. He entered a Kevin Bacon look-alike contest?
Yeah.
Kevin Bacon did?
Yeah, I think so. Maybe. I don't know. I could be getting my actors mixed up.
Weird.
But either way, late night convos here at 888 Broadcasting.
Yeah, it gets exotic here at night. Oh, man. Pace truck lights are off. No, they're not. Never mind. Behind my little score.
Yeah, a little bit. We got Beamer finally coming back out of the pits. Mike Sobanovsky, he's been in there for quite a while. Same thing with Todd Smith. They're both still in the session, just still down there in the pit lane. Dion Jones, Talk about a guy who's had some bad luck here tonight. He is a ton of laps down. He's still out there running, but man, he is having some work to do. Same thing with Ethan Johnson in that 66 machine.
Well, they just added another lap of caution. MDI TV says, what's the over-under on how many more cautions? That's a gambling question, so I'm going to leave that to you, Brown.
You know what? I think since the are we gonna make it on time question came up, I think these guys might actually try to keep this one a little clean, because I know racers don't want it to be done because, you know, the lights on the track haven't been paid for yet, you know, and they can't race at night. You know, when you get the dinner bell from mom saying, hey, when those street lights start coming on, you better come home. No one wants to do that. They want to race it out. They want to finish with a checkered flag here tonight. So I got a feeling they might try to keep this one clean.
I'm going to be the contrary opinion to your opinion on that one. I think we're going to still see a lot of aggression, some beating and banging, and some more cautions. I'm really worried about that time limit. I don't know if we're going to make that.
It's going to be close. We'll see. It doesn't throw the white though until the timer runs all the way down. Is that right, Greg?
Yeah, I believe that's correct.
Okay,
well,
cool.
no, it will throw. I believe it'll throw the white if they cannot make another lap in the time remaining. So if there's 15 seconds remaining and the leader's coming across, I think that's when they'll throw the white. But again, you know, these are essentially 40-second lap times here, so it's gonna be close. As the lights on that pace car do finally turn off, we get ready to go back to green flag racing here.
Let me look at the rules that she sent me here. So, whoever wins stage 4 is going to win $50 cash. It looks like the top driver of the other side. If it's if it's one of the new guys or one of the old guys that gets second, will win $30.
Indeed. Well, right now it's one of the new guys, Jonah Long, leading this field. You got Kelly Keel and Dave Mayberry in there for the old guard, trying to pick up that win to keep that bragging right there. As we get ready to go back to green flag racing here. 15 laps to go. Questionable on time, questionable on laps, questionable on everything as we get ready to go green flag racing here in the final stages of this race. A solid restart here once again as they make their way down and across the line and make their way down into turns 1 and 2. You got Kelly Keel not wasting any time, looking down to the inside of the 68, and it looks like here comes that 63 of Josh Oxendine. He wants to get back up in there to the lead as well. He's going to follow that 01 all the way through.
Come on, guys, keep it clean. Let's finish this thing before the time runs out. Right now, as it stands, Jonah Long's going to win $50 and Kelly Keel's going to win $30. If he can just hold on to that spot, he's going to be fighting Dave Mayberry.
Jonah Long fighting some cold tires right now, getting a little squirrely. He's going to lose some of that ground. He loses it to Kelly Keel and Josh Oxendine. So here we go. Kelly Keel now in that number 1 seat. You also got Dustin Wade in the 68 machine slowly picking his way on through. Here comes Timothy Pope. We haven't heard a lot of noise from him here tonight. He's picking his way up on through this traffic. Oh, Ethan Johnson, he goes for a little bit of a ride. I think it's staying green though. It looks like it, so still gonna be 13 laps to go once we cross the line here. As Kelly Keel battles with Josh Oxendine side by side down and across the line, still being held by Kelly here.
Good side by side action going on right here, middle of the pack, about 13th, 14th place. The 3 wide action going on here. Here comes George Rincon up the middle. Splitting Tony Polk and another truck. Oh, the 58's around. The 9's around. Big caution out on the backstretch.
Look, Mayberry just got spun at the front as well.
How the hell did that happen?
We'll go back through and kind of look at this. Looked like Ricky Wittenberg almost went for a wild ride as well. Oh, the big checkup in front of him. He goes down, able to avoid that wreck. Man, talk about a good call there from the 55. But yeah, it was just getting all knotted up as the 753, just gets hooked onto that bumper with the 58 and goes up the track. Oh man. And then you said Dave Hot Rod Mayberry, he goes for a wild ride there up at the front. Let's see what happened here. Oh, he's drifting. Oh, just drifts right down onto one of those limitless cars. I think that was Timothy Pope. Just Tim held his line, but the 29, he just kept on drifting and drifting.
"17 minutes remain."
Yeah, no
I'm
justice.
not
let
seeing
all
the
drivers
same
know on the
thing.
radio.
I'm seeing 13 minutes remain, if I'm doing my math right here. Yeah, I'm seeing 13 minutes remain.
Now, did you take your shoes off? Make sure you did the math right.
Man, I you know what? I should have put my pajamas on and everything before I started this race.
Yeah, I did, so I'm ahead of you on that one.
Well, you're usually in bed by about 7:45, aren't you?
I'm not quite that old. But,
Well, you're 10 years older than me, so I mean it's enough of a gap where I gotta pick at you a little bit and make a little fun.
I mean, my wife's in bed by 9, so.
Well, when you and Brown went on the cruise, you know, what's the age difference in y'all? You're like almost twice as old as Brown, aren't you?
Yeah.
But y'all still have y'all have similar personalities, so y'all get along real well. I know y'all had fun down there.
Well, yeah, I still act like I'm 12. I may be 51, but I act 12.
Oh, me.
Yeah, while the lights on the pace truck are still on, let's go ahead and pull another driver up to talk to them. And someone who was racing with us here a little bit last season. No, never mind. Can't pull him up. I was going to talk to the 10 of Andrew Cawthon, but do not have satisfactory privileges there.
We gotta message the admin team about that after the race, just to get stuff squared away. I know Lori's been busy as all get out. I talked to her today, and it was just a madhouse over there, all the stuff she's had to take care of. So, admin privileges for the broadcasters was probably the last thing on her mind tonight.
That's good. We have a week to get all that figured out.
Oh, so yeah. This is an exhibition race, but still, we're glad that we have so many viewers tonight. We got a bunch of folks out there watching and commenting. Thank y'all so much for joining us. I mean, y'all are the reason why we're here and why we're staying up instead come late. So if you like what you're seeing, hit that thumbs up button. Subscribe if you haven't already, so we can get out there and reach some more folks, and so y'all don't miss any of the action. We're about to be doing 5 nights a week. So if y'all really like watching some online racing, not just these trucks, but we do a couple other leagues with cars as well. So if y'all are enjoying it, give us a thumbs up, subscribe, and see you guys next week. What we got coming up? We got something coming up Monday, don't we? We got next gen cars at Watkins Glen, I believe.
That we do. That should be a fun race to watch over there at the Num Thumbs Racing League. You gotta have a pretty good race there. That's Dustin Wade tuning in saying, I gotta be up at 4:30. I need this race over. Man, I gotta go to work in an hour and a half. As we get ready to get up and running here. with Kelly Keel out in front, the 63 of Josh Oxendine, with Timothy Pope in that 728 there in third. Here we go, the final 9 laps. I don't know if we're going to make it on time. It's going to be close as they come down back across the line. Green flag racing here once again from Michigan. People being pretty well single file here for a second. And then you got the 64 Trevor Robertson looking up the inside here of the 68 of Dustin Wade.
These guys are going to try to get these last few laps in, but it's going to be close. If they do get another caution, I don't think they're going to make it, so they have to keep it clean here to make sure we get the entire length of this race in.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one, Mr. English. One more caution, and they are definitely going to run out of time.
They are slicing and dicing as Timothy Pope fights his way up through this field, trying to pick up this final stage win. He's now behind that 01 of Keel with Oxendine right there behind him. Both drivers trying to fight side by side. They got the 5 of Jonah Long sitting right there behind him with Wade and Robertson having a good battle there. Austin Reeves coming out of nowhere with 26 spots gained right now. He's up there in 7th. And don't fall back on that 2 of Albert Anderson. He's still up there in 8th, able to get into this fight.
Ashley Osborne says she's been watching. She's just been quiet on here. Oh, lots of action out on the track. 28's around. There you go. There's another yellow. Endicott involved. George Rincon was right in the middle of it. It's like they were going 3 wide right there, maybe for a second.
That was the old caution. I'll pull up the new yellow here.
How many cautions was that, Brandon? We got to count.
Well,
47?
That might be a little low. I'm not really sure.
Oh, yeah, the 28 just making contact with the 22, and the 257 gets all tangled up in there as well. So we are under caution here once again here from Michigan. Let's go ahead and see how many cautions. This is caution number 18 on the evening, and I got a feeling
18.
This is probably gonna be the last one. As Jack Dixon having a fun time down there. Let's see what he did, as he ended up jumping down to the pits. He just peeled on off down onto the apron of the racetrack and parked it and towed. So I think Jack the Ripper Dixon in the 48 machine might be calling it a night here tonight.
That was Matt Bamer and George Rincon involved in that wreck right there.
Yes.
Is that right? Yeah. MDI TV says, yeah, they're out there wrecking for last. Man, what a night, man. This is... It's almost... What was it? The All-Star race was like the longest race we ever did. I think but I don't think we came close to hitting the time limit.
No, I don't. Time limit wise, no. I think that race ended 11:45 Eastern time. So this one's going to finish a little before that, but not by much.
Okay.
As Valley is saying, new race format idea. Drivers try to finish in 5th place. Well, if you talk to Jack the Ripper Dixon, they do some funky rules up at Delaware Speedway where he races at. I think where if you win, you get penalized, and if you get second or third, they do some weird stuff up there. So I know there's some races that are like that. And MDI TV, how much to win? Well, it is $50 to the winning driver, and then $30 to the person who's on a team different than that, as we get ready to go back to green flag racing here with the 01 of Kelly Keel. He's got the 728. He knows about that 728 for a previous season. So Timothy Pope sitting right there behind him as we go back to green flag racing. A little bit of a scatter here at the start. Looks like people not quite ready to go, as we got a big shuffle here towards the middle of this field.
Yeah, they got to watch that, because all that's going to do is cause another freaking caution.
And 5 laps now remain with Kelly Keel out in front. Timothy Pope right there giving him a bump draft in second. You got that 63. Josh Oxendine trying to get some run here, looking up to the inside. He's going to drift up the track, shut the door on Jonah Long a little bit here, heading through turns 3 and 4.
Or 3 wide here. Dustin really trying to push it on the inside line here through the tri-oval.
Still beating and banging up here at the front. Josh Oxendine just throwing that truck around wherever he can find room. Still side by side with the 5 of Jonah Long. He's still got that 68 of Dustin Wade there as well. The 6 and the 2 of Reeves and Anderson with the 64 of Robertson joining into the mix now as everything getting all checked up as Timothy Pope makes his move on the 01, slides it on up, takes the lead away from Kelly Keel, coming down to 3 laps remaining now.
I told you he was going to sneak his way up there, and look at that, he done it. Don't count out the 63 of...
Oh no, there goes the 6. Oh, heavy contact for the 6. Just spinning and wrecking.
That causes a bunch of secondary wrecks. Got some complaints on the radio right now about some arc breaking.
This is where Turner would be getting really excited. The fight's going to start happening. I bet he misses this.
Have to take a double dose of his blood pressure medicine after this one.
Oh, 76 and the
Either
55.
that or he would have been passed out by now.
And Hot Rod Mayberry tries sending it around on the outside. Doesn't quite make it. Blows the engine. He is going to need a tow. Ricky Wittenberg got knotted up there with the 76 a little bit, but that's going to give Timothy Pope the lead here as, I don't know, are we going to be able to make it?
Well, I guarantee you, if Adam Turner was in this race right now, he wouldn't be making it. In fact, he'd probably have to be getting the old, what do they call it, the old charcoal treatment and stomach pump at the local hospital.
Alcohol poisoning is a real thing, kids.
But seriously, man, there's a few guys out here really trying to keep it clean, and there's more than a few. I mean, it's just look at the truck count we've got out here, and when money's on the line, and you got stages and iRacing throwing cautions, what you're going to get, it's going to be a bunch of cautions. What was that lap? Caution number 20. So this is our first and only attempt at a green-white checker. It looks like we're going to make it to the end here.
Yeah, the lights on the pace car are off, so green-white
Awesome.
checker racing here in this exhibition absolute fall brawl here tonight in the Vigilante Racing League. Timothy Pope out in front, Kelly Keel right behind him, 5 Jonah Long looking strong all race long. He's going to be in there in third. You got Josh Oxendine still hanging around there, 4th. Dustin Wade, 5th. Trevor Robertson, 6th. It looked like Albert Anderson took a pit this time around, so he's going to go way back to the back. You got 18, Andrew Player up there as well. 51, Mike Adamson. 99 of Chris Zofeld. And the 13 of the sponsored, not sponsored Earl Evans machine, all up inside this top 10 as we get ready to go green-white checker racing.
Valley says tighten up on that Hans device.
That
be some whiplash going on here.
That indeed, as Timothy Pope, it's time to buckle up, strap on that drinking helmet, throw inhibition out the window. Timothy Pope takes the green flag, green-white checker finish here tonight at Michigan. Lining up single file green flag wave, sending it off down into turns 1 and 2. Kelly Keel trying to figure out how to get back around that 728 machine. The 5 trying to figure out how to pass both of them, hopefully at the same time, as here we go, exiting turns 1 and 2 down this back straightaway. You can see fighting and beating and banging behind him, the 99 side by side with the 64, Trevor Robertson. You also got Adamson back there as well, as Timothy Pope blocks the low line here, not allowing anyone to get down underneath him here, making their way through the exit of turn number 4, coming down and going to be across the line here. Oh, little side scrape there from Josh Oxendine. White flag waves, no more cautions. This race will end on this lap. Here we go. Oh no!
Big wreck.
Big wreck. There goes Jonah Long. He got octopus grabbed by that wall. And my goodness, we're going to need a ambulance for him, but we're still racing here. You got Timothy Pope still out in front of Kelly Keel and Dustin Wade. Josh Oxendine still in it with a chance. Keel looks down low. Pope blocks down low, down into turns 3 and 4, all the way down to the apron. Keel trying to get every inch of run that he can. It looks like he might just get it. Break. Keeping that bumper just inside is Pope, blocking that 0-1. Pope comes across the line, picking up the win, with Dustin Wade picking up the secondary win here for the newcomers here.
You know what? Kelly Keel probably had an opportunity or two to take out Pope there, but everybody respects Timothy Pope out here in this league. He doesn't race people like that. And if you race people with respect, you get respect in return. And that's why you're seeing this fender bumping and tire scraping and stuff here after the fact, because, you know, Timothy Pope's a great racer. So is Kelly Keel, and what a great battle for the finish there.
Oh man, that was fantastic. I thought Kelly, he was about to put that bumper right to him, man.
I thought he might, because it's money, you know. I thought he might put the old chrome horn to Timothy Pope, but he didn't do it. He might not have been able to get to him, too. I think that might have been part of it.
I think he had the run, but, you know, I didn't see either of the drivers making use of that apron line here tonight, as well as you can use that below that white line here at Michigan.
I saw it earlier in the race. I saw a few guys using that apron line. I didn't see it so much here in the late stages. I think a lot of guys were more concentrating on trying to dodge the wrecks and stuff than, you know, where to run, you know, to gain ground on the track. So, and that was a long one, boy.
It was. Just waiting to see if Kelly and Tim and there's Tim. We got hopefully Dustin Wade. He might actually just log straight off because he's got to get to work.
He's got to go to work.
He's got to get to work. So we can at least talk to tonight's race winner and big money winner. No surprise, no surprise. It's the 728 of Timothy Pope bringing it on home. But Tim, man, Kelly gave you everything you could handle.
Yeah, he did. I'm glad I had to thank him there at the end and not running me over for throwing them blocks at the end. He's a good guy.
Well, speaking of good guys, so many of the guys in this league respect you, and you race people like you want to be raced. You know, the old golden rule kind of in action there. But, yeah, a couple of times I thought, well, Kelly Keel, I don't know if he can get to Pope to put the old chrome horn to him. But Alan Brown seems to think that maybe Kelly had the run on you there a couple of times. Talk about the new guys out here. Y'all got a pretty promising crop of rookie drivers out there. Anybody you're worried about?
Yeah. The Robertson's back. He's pretty good. Oxendine, Jonah Long.
Oh, yeah.
Eaton's good. You know, those guys. I've raced them in some other leagues. Eaton and Jonah. They're pretty good. And then Robertson, Oxendine's returning from the first season. They were good over there in the first season.
Well, I know I'm looking forward to getting down on the track with you guys next week. So, man, great win tonight. It's not like we're used to seeing you up front or anything, but congratulations on that. And again, next week I'll be there with you.
Oh yeah.
Well, Tim, before we let you go, you got any final shout outs or anything like that?
Yeah, Limitless Motorsports. Good races or not. I did. Did we win all stages? I can't remember. I know we won a lot of them, but if we did, good job. Ricky Wittenberg for the paints on our trucks. Shout out to him, D&D Graphics. You guys and Vigilante Racing.
Awesome, man. Well, good luck the upcoming season, man, and enjoy that extra beer money coming your way.
Thank you.
Get Dustin Wade before he has to go to work. He's in the weight room, buddy.
Gonna say let's move on to the 68 machine. Dustin Wade. No, he's got to wake up on early here. But Dustin, just shy, but you were still able to finish ahead of all the other newcomers. So you're going to be walking away here with a little beer money in your pocket as well. A solid third place finish to finish out this event. Boy, oh boy, was it a fight up there at the front.
Yeah, definitely was, man. Definitely was. I think I went to the front, to the back more times than I had in any race that I've been in lately. Definitely glad to pick up the third place position. It was definitely good for my first race. Good group of guys. I don't know if I would have had anything for the top two contenders there, to be honest with you. Especially the 01, man. Every restart, man, he shot out like a rocket and would pick up 2-3 spots. So definitely glad to just get the third place position and definitely be the top rookie of the night.
Well, the 01 where he shines is at the plate tracks, and you'll find that out the more you race with Kelly Kill. He knows where to find those runs and where to push people to them. But yeah, man, you don't give yourself enough credit, man. You did a hell of a job out there. We enjoyed watching that 68 truck run around out there tonight, and great job representing the new blood out there. And
yes, Team Orangutan, man, we're a pack of
Tang,
fire,
man.
and we're going to be a force to reckon with, man. I'm telling you.
I can't wait to see what y'all can do this season.
Yeah, I'm excited, man. It's going to be a good season for sure.
I will tell you next week, watch out for this dude named Greg Klein. He's a little bit crazy. I'm looking forward to racing you guys next week. I couldn't be there this week, but man, congrats on the third place. You really shone for the new guys, and I don't know about you. I'm really looking forward to this season.
Thank you. Yeah, I appreciate everything you guys do and putting this broadcast on. It's fantastic, and yeah, I hope to be speaking to you guys again, in the next few races.
Awesome, man. Well, we'll let you go because we know you got to get to bed and get up early.
Yeah,
but
4:30 in the morning, man. I got to wake up.
It's coming soon.
Yeah, it's going to be ding, ring, 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 ring. Wake up.
Now, either way, man, still another solid showing here tonight. Third place on the finish. Congratulations.
Thank you, guys. You have a good night.
To have that extra strong coffee in the morning.
Yes, sir. Well, we're going to have kind of a black screen here. I'm going to just going to shut everything on down that wise. But let's talk to the 01, Mr. Kelly Keel. Kelly, that chrome bumper, man, it's I think you might have needed to mess that one up a little bit to get the win here tonight.
Right? That was I really didn't think when I got turned around at the beginning of the race and I went all the way to the back. I was just like, oh, I kind of figured I was like, get my truck fixed or whatever. But yeah, to come out second, I'm happy with that.
Well, look, that kind of takes me to what something Dustin Wade just said was he don't think he's ever been to the front, to the back, to the front, to the back so many times in a race. And I got to thinking, this raced just like a plate track tonight. I mean,
yeah.
We had guys with some super big runs, and you were one of them that could just find where those good runs were at and pass a bunch of trucks. And, within just a few laps, you could gain, 6, 8, 10 positions. And then something happens, and, all the cautions didn't help.
No, I don't. They helped me, I think. I was able to gain a couple positions. I was like, there was one. I think I was 19th, and then I think another caution came out. Next time I know, it was like 8th. But yeah, it was like turns 1 and 2. I was able to gain I think on one of those cautions, restarts was like 5 spots, I think.
Well, I miss being down there with you guys making fun of Team Limited. So we'll see you guys next week. I'm looking forward to that. We got Daytona I'm
Oh,
ready to
yeah.
roll with that.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking forward to the Daytona. I think I won the season opener, season 2. So see if we can back that up.
Hey, that you did, buddy. So before we let you go, you got any shout outs here tonight?
Yeah, I'd like to thank Jess and Lori for doing what they do, and you guys for putting on this broadcast. I'm looking forward to watching this thing tomorrow. So, but yeah, it's been fun.
Awesome,
So,
man.
Looking forward to season 3.
Awesome. Well, we cannot wait for it. Next week cannot come soon enough. But until then, congratulations on the second place finish here tonight, Kelly, and we'll look forward to you next season.
All right, see you guys.
All right. And so with that, that concludes the race in action here from Michigan. Just kind of due to time constraints, we're not going to run down the entire field here. But we do thank each and every single one of you fans for sticking around here all race long, watching and cheering on these drivers. You guys are the reason why we do this, and another reason why we're only able to do this is by some great sponsors like DND RaceGrafix, and that's graphics spelled Grafix. Go ahead, reach out to them over on Facebook and Trading Paints, as Ricky Wittenberg does a great job getting those things all painted on up. Same thing with his real life business of Keller Williams of Johnson City, Tennessee. Reach out to Ricky at 423-444-0454 if you're looking to buy or sell your house in that Johnson City, Tennessee area or across the country. He or a bunch of the other realtors that he knows and can get you in contact with are more than willing to help you out and get you in the home that you want. And I mean, this is an absolutely crazy housing market. Don't do it alone. Get yourself a good quality realtor. Mr. Greg Klein, we thank you for joining us here once again. It's been an absolute pleasure having you up here in this booth, even though your name doesn't start with the letter A. But you know what? I think we can let that one slide for now. But on that note, we are shutting this thing down until Monday night, where we go road racing in those next gen cars. We look forward to having you all then. But until then, for Alan English and Greg Klein, I'm Alan Brown signing off.
We gone.